Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome, you fantastic people. What are you guys doing to me right now? People are pushing buttons. I've got things popping up on my screen I've never seen before. What is going on? Oh, I see. You guys have discovered the knock button. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome. A little chaos. Welcome in, Raiders. Yeah, interrupted the startup music, but that's okay. I didn't see. Oh, Euphoria. Okay, hang on. We got to do this real quick. There it is. There's the first. Euphoria has hit the first button. That means there are index for this evening. They are going to kick things over. They're going to show us how to get it done. We're going to do this right. We're going to have fun. It's going to be absolutely out of sight. Welcome in, Raiders. You're just in time for the fun to begin. It is that day. That's right. It is the fantastic, fabulous, and amazing Talk Tuesday day. It's the day that we've all been sitting around waiting for because we have super extra special guests on tonight. But for right now, we're going to be celebrating because Euphoria hit that button first. They got in here ahead of everybody else and smashed that button. They are today's index. Byte number 0, the leader of the party. That's right. You got questions, they should be the one you're going to answer for. So here we go. Hype. Oof. B. Welcome in, you lovely things. Do. We're just getting ready to get started. It is a party. And you guys are just having a lot of fun out there. Thank you for all of the... There you go. Now, I don't want to hold you guys up too long. We have... Oh, yes, so much is going on. But it is that extra special day. It is that day. And it is Talk Tuesday. You know what happens on Talk Tuesday? That's right. If you don't know, then what are you doing here? If not to learn about and get to know a fantastic streamer that's out there. Keisha! Hello, you fantastic thing. You guys are too kind. Too kind. But it is Talk Tuesday, and tonight's special guest is an amazing new streamer storming across the screen. She's always big about making sure you're having a good time while feeding that extra spicy side. If you don't believe me, drop by on Thursday to catch yourself a solid thirst trap that goes on over there on her channel every time. Sometimes you can catch them a little mild on Mondays, relaxing and having some fun with either some golfing or being chained up with their best friends, but she's got a solid 10 out of 10 laugh and a voice so sweet it'll send you to the dentist office. You know what? If you're lucky, you can get her to do some voices in her story time. They're absolutely fantastic. A 10 out of 10 will keep you hooked from start to the end. There's absolutely just too much to say about this fantastic streamer who will absolutely just make your day. Presenting tonight's gorgeous and unbelievably fantastic streamer, the only star we care about in the night sky. It is the one and only. That's right, Starry Dell. You guys ready for her? Starry Dell, welcome to Talk Tuesday. You're live. Oh, you can wave, but you might want to wait just yet because we're still on the parent screen. No pressure. It's fine. It's fine. But it's all good. Like a lot of people have been through one of these before. It's not that big of a deal. No, so we stayed on the main screen because, the first couple of things we do is we go over the rules of the road so that everybody knows. Of course, I think everybody's heard this about 1,000,000 times, but we're going to do it anyways just because it's what we do around here. So, here on Talk Tuesday, we're going to ask you questions. I'm going to ask you some questions. The chat's going to ask you some questions. We're going to talk. We're going to be a little ridiculous. We're going to get a little stupid. We're going to have a generally good time. As the questions come in, don't worry about trying to keep up with the questions. That's my job to do. You just sit there and relax and be absolutely fabulous. For anybody curious, there is a puzzle, exclamation puzzle in the chat. We'll get you into the puzzle. As the questions come in, though, I will be catching those. I will be monitoring those. So don't worry about them. And I will read them off mostly because that way I can filter them, make certain we're not asking you anything that's, really rude or things that, shouldn't need to be asked. I'm sorry, Zoda. Again, zip code or credit card numbers, last 4 digits, 1234. Like that's what we give everybody. I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to figure out the rest of it on your own. We do stupid answers. If I see a stupid question roll through, I will do a stupid answer. You're welcome to jump in and do a stupid answer as well. They're just fun to do. Beyond that, if I ask you a question that you are ever uncomfortable answering, like at all, period, don't feel you need to answer it. Just say we're not answering. I'm going to pass on that question. I will immediately skip. We will move on to the next question. We will pretend like it never happened. It's easy. Just that simple. Now, are you ready to greet your adoring fan base that is sitting out there waiting on you? They're screaming in chat. Well, then, Starrydell, you're now on Talk Tuesday. Can't hear Dell. Oh, now you can. I did the.
You had me muted, Nori. That's just offensive. You should feel bad.
No, I'm going to laugh because technical difficulties is what all of us professional streamers do.
God, ain't that the truth? If you don't have at least one technical difficulty, have you even hit go live?
If you're not having a technical difficulty, can you even call yourself a streamer?
No, you cannot.
Skill issues, exactly, right?
Skill issues, for sure.
Hi, Bunny. Welcome in. It's the fabulous Kitsune B. Oh, it's been an age. How are you doing, lovely? And we have Bates Blogs, who brought in a raid with a whole collection of absolutely fantastic people. If you're wondering where all the shout outs are at, lovely people, they're turned off because tonight is all about Starrydell. So I'm sorry. We love you guys. Thank you for bringing your raid by. There's questions. Feel free to start jumping in, asking all sorts of questions. We will get to them all in due time. However, I get the first 2 questions. So that's the rules. I would say I don't make them, but I do make the rules. So that's
you literally do.
That's how that works.
You literally make the rules.
That's right.
I see Dragon too. Hi, Dragon.
Yes, we have an absolute collection of phenomenal people. Yeah, right? Oh dear. Okay, that's actually pretty funny that you have a cup that says "oh dear" because I have a shortcut command on my in my thing that's actually the name of the command. It's exclamation "oh dear," and it plays a clip from Swifty Squirrel where we pranked her in Valheim. We surrounded her with zombie deer heads, and they're just screaming at her, and she's
God. Poor squirrel. Why would you do that?
Hold up the coffee mug. Hold up the coffee mug. Squirrel.
Sorry.
Why am I talking about? Look at her coffee mug.
I have this.
Look at her coffee mug.
Yeah.
That's why.
It's my Alistair coffee mug. Because, yeah, I'm cringe like that. I don't know. I live this way.
She's got a coffee mug, Squirrel, that says literally on the front of it, "oh dear."
It's true.
So I was laughing at that's why you were on that subject, just because I'm like, oh look. It's fine. It's fine.
We love
yes.
Yes.
So I get the first 2 questions and then I will there. Apparently I didn't have that turned off. You can see it.
There it is. God. It's horrific. It's like a train wreck. You just can't stop watching it.
We did that on the spur of the moment, like legitimately spur of the moment. We're like, oh, this is a great idea.
Yeah, not planned at all.
No, it really wasn't, but it was such a good time. I didn't think that was still turned on. That's all right. But yes, I get the first two questions, then chat will get a bunch of questions. I will insert a few questions along the way, and then we have two solid questions at the end. We'll try not to eat up too much of your time. We do appreciate you taking some of this time. Well, sometimes we get carried away on a good conversation and we run over time. It can happen. It does sometimes happen. It doesn't happen often. I try not to let it happen too often, but sometimes you just get sucked in. You're like, this is, I must know. Tell me more.
For some reason, I don't expect that to be a problem for you guys today, but you never know. You never know.
So we'll start out with that. There's already a Rose in here. So we'll start out with so we have two questions that are our canned question to get the conversation started. We're going to start with the one that we don't normally start with, which is, how did you get into streaming?
How did I get into streaming?
Yeah, what was the impetus for turning on stream and be like, yes, I am now going to be a Twitch streamer?
So it was honestly kind of a random decision that I made. I was putting an absolutely ungodly number of hours into Baldur's Gate 3 last fall, and got really into watching Neil Newbon and Tom DeVille playing Baldur's Gate on Neil's stream, and then got into watching some other streamers, including Tom on his own, and finding the Minkies community and all of them. And I was like, I'm playing so much Baldur's Gate, I may as well play it on stream and hang out with people. So I did, and that's how I got started. It's not very exciting, but it is the truth.
We've had some people come in here, like I started because they were like, last minute, we need somebody to turn on the stream. And that's how they got started in there. So no, there's nothing wrong with that. It's Starry Dell lore, and we're here for it.
It is. That's the lore. It was all about Baldur's Gate 3. It's always about Baldur's Gate 3.
Well, I started playing BG3 last year in October with Serb and Zoda and Brotherhood. We do a regular Sunday routine, and we haven't stopped because we haven't managed to beat the game. I have not actually managed to play all the way through Baldur's Gate. Like, we're still on my very first playthrough.
That's kind of sad. That's so long to go without having finished it at all. I can't say the same. I finished the game start to finish after release. 120 hours. So it took me 2 weeks. 2 weeks after the game came out, I finished it the first time.
Wow. Well, so we're kind of, as some people have called it, we're kind of doing like almost an honor mode play style through, right? Where if we die, then we start over again with new characters. We're role playing the whole thing on it. Like, there are rules that are governing how things happen in that. So there's a reason why it's taken us since October to get to Act 3. Our characters haven't been very successful to this point.
But also, that's so long. That's so long, Nori.
Okay, so if you were playing with some of your best friends and having an absolute amazing time at it, would you want to rush ahead and spoil what's coming up?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Wow.
I'm not judging you per se.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. What am I saying? That's, just a little, but it's okay. And you guys are having fun, and that's what really matters at the end of the day, I guess.
At the end of the day, yes. Well, yes, we're having a good time. We've been getting into some trouble.
Oh, I just saw my bees in the chat. That's my mod Jory Bees.
Hey, Bees. Yes, and in 2 weeks, he'll be sitting right where you are. So, he's here getting his homework assignment. He'd be like, what am I in for? What am I in for?
What are the questions? This is cheating, Bees.
Va-va-voom. So excited, right?
Everybody should be excited. Everybody should be excited to talk to bees.
Oh, I'm
I get
looking
excited
forward
to
to
talk
it.
to bees, and I
But
talk to them all the time.
I am looking forward. Well, I've been looking forward to this conversation. So there.
Well,
Um,
how about that?
yeah. So the name Starry Dell. How did you come up with that nomenclature?
That one went through a few iterations. So when I was a kid, my mom always called me Sunshine. So back in the day, way back, when I was having my first like email and stuff, my username on everything was Delaney Sunshine. And I kind of wanted to move away from that a little bit because, I was like 7
Right.
when that came around. But I still like the sentiment, honestly. And so when I was looking through what I wanted to use for streaming, it was Bees Can Tell You. I was like, Sunny Dell sounds like the town in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I don't know if I want that kind of confusion in my life. But I still want to stick with that kind of like celestial bodies theme. And so we went with stars. And it had the added benefit of, Astarian would be stars. And
Right.
so because I was streaming Baldur's Gate, it seemed to fit, and now that's me.
And now you've
That's how
kind
we
of
got
been
there.
saddled with the name. No regrets?
Not a single one, actually,
Oh, that's good.
which I'm surprised by because it was complicated coming together. I don't know why. I don't know why it was complicated coming together. It shouldn't have been.
Thank you for the alert, Ghosty. Chat's racing by.
So many chats. I was trying to watch them. I was also trying to focus. I was trying to do the puzzle. I gotta stop looking at the puzzle.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, just like my shirt says, I'm out of my mind. I'll be back in 5 minutes. It's okay.
5 minutes, 5 days, 5 months. What's time really?
Well, so I tell everybody, they're like, okay, well, it's been 5 minutes. Have you reread the shirt? What do you mean? You got to reread the shirt again. Well, out of my mind. Be back in 5 minutes. Yep, I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's a never-ending loop.
Of course.
We don't specify what the 5 minutes are, when the 5 minutes is. It's just a never-ending loop. It's fine.
Eventually, 5 minutes. You'll go in 5-minute increments and you'll be back, maybe.
Maybe. No, not likely.
Mm-hmm.
My brain's on permanent leave right now. It's fine. It's fine.
That's allowed. Thinking is overrated anyway. That's your Dell lesson for the day. Thinking sucks. Don't do it.
We don't do it. No. Thinking is good. Just too much thinking is bad.
Yeah, true. You gotta find the happy medium.
Is there a happy medium? There's got to be a happy medium.
There has to be, right?
Should be.
Theoretically.
One would hope so. I'm going to hold you to it, though.
Hold me to what? The happy medium?
Yes.
Thinking.
The happy medium.
Hmm.
I'm not going to hold anybody thinking. That's just too hard. Oh, we're getting raided again. Hang on.
God, so many raids already.
Sorry, we'll stop you mid-sentence. Well, we don't want to. Raid! Hello, Weeb. Weeb was our guest star. It does. It really does. Weeb was our guest last week.
Hello, past guest, Weeb.
Well, okay. To be fair, there's a lot of past guests in the chat right now. So
that's true. Should I refer to all of them as past guest, their name?
I don't think that works so well.
Past guest Bates.
I think I would just refer to him. I think I would just refer to him as Bates and Bees and
And we.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's probably fair. That's probably fair.
Past guest, insert name. There are some guests that we haven't even had, and we haven't managed to get them to haven't twisted their arm enough for them to come and jump on the show. So there's that too.
Who wouldn't want to come on this wonderful show and hang out with you?
You'd be surprised.
I would be surprised. I really would be. But that's their loss. That just leaves more time for the rest of us.
All right, let's take one of these questions off the top of the hilt. Well, we'll give you a second to warm up here. How about this? Creamy, we just did that one. You can't ask that one. That's my question. Crimson's like, where did you get your name from? No. I already did that.
Well, to be fair, Creamy asked it before you did.
To be fair, that's my question. It's always my question. That's the canned questions. You can't ask the canned questions. I have smacked down many a questionnaire about that. I'm like, nope, that's my question. You can't have that one. Go get your own.
Them's the rules.
That's right. You don't like it? Lump it.
Lump it.
You know what? It's what I grew up with. That was a saying. My uncle, my grandfather. You don't like it? Lump it. I'm like, why? Where does that come from? But whatever.
Why lump it? That's.
My grandfather was a very religious man, and so using anything harder than lump it was not in his vocabulary. That would be why.
Yep, that'll do it.
That
makes sense. That
the
makes sense.
The long and the short of it. Yeah, my family's huge in the. My mom's side of the family basically grew up in the Bible Beltway. So yeah, every last one of them.
I get that.
So
been there
you
done
go.
that.
Been there, done that. Want to avoid that T-shirt. Thank you.
Exactly. Not to talk religion on Talk Tuesday, but
we'll smack talk it for a few seconds.
Just for a second.
So Cattiest Odin would like to know, what are your top 5 video games?
Oh fuck! Top 5 video games. Okay, so okay, let me think about it. First, it has to be Baldur's Gate. I think I have. No, probably that's what I have the second most number of hours in. Is Baldur's Gate. So that World of Warcraft has to make the top 5. I spend the vast majority of my time playing that. I don't know if any of my guildies showed up to support today, but if they did, I love you. Let's see, what else? Slay the Spire. Huge fan of the roguelike deck builder. That's probably my favorite genre of game. Like as a whole. What else we got? Monster Train falls under that same roguelike deck builder. And then probably I don't know, I just played Fallout 3, so I'm gonna go with that because it was really, really good and I had forgotten how much I love it. So we're going with Fallout.
With Fallout. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, not too much in the FPS RPG action sort of games. Then just dipping your toe into it, huh?
Just a bit. I have been known to enjoy a first-person shooter. I played a lot of Overwatch, the first one, and that was really like.
I'm sorry.
Shooter. I loved it. If I could bottle Overwatch 1, that would be the happiest person alive. I miss it so bad. 2 is so trash. I'm sorry if anybody likes it. You're objectively wrong.
The sense on that.
I know. I'm sorry. That's who I am. That's what I do. But no, shooters aren't really my thing. But I can appreciate one every now and then. Every now and then. It's
Every now and
good.
again.
How dare. I'm sorry, Weeb. I'm so sorry that you're wrong. No, really. If you like it, that's cool. You do you, man. The first one was so good, and I think they changed too much. And when they made it free and all of the like you pay to get things with real money. I don't know. I would have rather bought a whole new Overwatch game and gotten all of the stuff and been able to play. And like, we had a 6-person like group of people who always played, and then they made it a 5-person team, and that kind of screwed us over. I don't know what are the cursing rules on Nori's stream, because I
It's
feel like
18 plus. Go nuts.
great, because I feel like I say fuck every other word. So I was like, man, I should lay off that for a second. But yeah, that's my Overwatch spiel. I want to love it. I want to love it. I can't anymore.
It's fine. It's fine. No, the streams are all my streams are marked 18 plus just because you know what? Shit happens.
It does. Mine are also always marked 18 plus because I can't keep my language under control. Can't, won't, don't try. However you want to look at that. Really.
Okay, so I grew up military. And I spent a lot of time with Navy SEALs guys. Do you want to talk about like cursing? Absolutely in my wheelhouse. I have gotten better over the years where I don't curse nearly as much as I used to. But yeah, every other word used to be fuck.
Yeah. My mom was an ER nurse and her dad was in the Navy. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was very much same vibe. Nobody cared.
Yeah, no.
Dell and I were cursing up a storm last night playing golf with your friends. We got heated about golf with your friends a little bit last night. We did. That's true.
I'm telling you, you two need to come join us in the den for golf. You think you were heated last night? You have seen nothing. Nothing.
I told you I would love to play golf with the den. You just tell me when and where, and I'll be there.
Pop into the Discord. We'll make certain you know about it because there's always a tag at here for everybody, and it goes out.
Always down for golf.
When there's a golf, it's a regular event. So it's like golf, and usually there's a big shout. Hey, we're playing golf. Somebody's playing golf, and people just show up in droves.
Fantastic.
Bunny played some golf with us a little while ago. She got a little violent.
You get to. It's golf. It's sometimes you just have to curse the golf ball. It's important.
Oh, no. That wasn't cursing the golf ball.
Other people.
That was absolutely cursing us because we don't play with jump and we turn collision on and then we specifically target each other. Like
the round with the random shape did get Bunny a little steamed.
Yes,
I'm a big fan of bouncy floors. And by a big fan, I mean they make me moderately homicidal. When they just bounce into oblivion.
Oh, and we always play community maps. So you're always going to get a new map that you've never seen before. I don't think we've played the same. Well, no, that's not true. We have played the same one at least twice.
I have never played a community map. Not ever.
That is its own special kind of I want to say punishment. It's not really punishment. It's glorious.
Is it?
Because you play community map, you have no idea what you're getting into. On top of playing community map, you have no idea what the guy has done that he's built into it. And then you have 8 to 12 of your best friends that are out to just destroy your score all at the same time.
That sounds like chaos is what that sounds like. Pure unadulterated chaos.
It's fine. It's fine.
I love it. That sounds great. Sign me the fuck up.
It is a very nice sort of punishment.
At the risk of a phrasing, it's a very nice sort of punishment. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll take that. I won't even call it out on the phrasing, Squirrel.
You just have to deal with the fact that you are going to get puns. Like, we are all big on our puns. We like the puns, and
Why?
they fly as freely as them balls do.
No. I can't believe those words just came out of your mouth. You take that back right now. So many egg puns. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Keep me in the dark.
Bunny was very exasperated.
Oh my god. You people.
Oh, we're terrible.
Puns.
We're terrible.
I don't understand.
Absolutely
I don't get
terrible. It's
Puns.
just what we do. It is fine.
Who you are.
Toasty Bats would like to know, what is your favorite color?
I will say my favorite color changes on a near daily basis. Today, I feel like my favorite color is probably pink. Probably.
Probably.
Probably. I find
Okay.
favorite colors difficult because almost all colors, are great, like in the right context.
Well, I mean, that's anything in the right context can be great.
Well, yeah,
In the wrong
exactly.
context, it's just painful. A pun in the right
Yes.
context is great.
False.
A flying ball joke in another context is absolutely horrendous.
Two things can be true. I'm sticking with pink. I'm going to be confident in my answer. We're going with pink today.
Going with pink today. Very
We're going
nice.
with pink today. It's just so happy. It's a happy color.
So you remember I was telling you about accidental just clicking in the right place? Yeah, here's a piece that
You did it.
just clicked by itself into the right place. I'm like, oh, that wasn't good. Okay, I'll take that. Whatever.
That's
just
fine.
move on.
Don't question it.
No, we're not. We're just going
accept
to
it,
keep
move
on
on.
trucking. It's fine. It's fine. Yes, it was about 5 minutes straight that we subjected poor Bunny to that.
But why? Why would you do this to someone you consider a friend?
Because we do this to ourselves.
Everybody else has to suffer with you?
That's right. We all suffer.
Okay.
It's a shared. It as Squirrel put it. It's shared punishment.
Okay. All right.
If one of us starts it, then we just it's a thing that continues. It can't just stop with one. It's like a Lay's potato chips. You just can't stop with one.
Speechless. I can't. I have no reaction to this. I have nothing to say to you. Why? How many times can I ask why in this stream? I feel like
I don't
that's going
know.
to be several. It's been several already. Can definitely stop with one. Hey, I agree. Maybe stopping at 0.
So, we brownies would like to know, how do you decide what you're going to stream?
Vibes. I feel like I've only finished like one game on stream, and it's because I get bored. So sometimes I'm just like, I have this on my schedule that I'm supposed to play tonight, but I don't want to play that tonight, so I'm feeling whatever else is on my library. But overall, like as a whole thing, it's kind of a mix of like sometimes I'll see somebody else playing something and be like, "Ooh, that looks really fun." or my friends are playing something off stream and I'm like, oh, this would be great to stream.
Right.
Or Dragon Age, I decided to start streaming the first 3 because Veilguard is coming out in October, and I was like, oh, that's good timing, and I've been meaning to replay them anyway. So it just kind of depends. I also will usually pick like 4 or 5 games and put a poll up in my Discord and let chat choose. So there's a lot of democracy on my channel. There's a lot of like, even if it's a night where I'm like, I don't want to play this, I'll pick 3 or 4 things, put up a poll, let people decide what they want to watch instead. So it's very much by the seat of my pants as far as planning most of the time. Yep.
Cool. I'm going to avoid the obvious pun that I could throw in there. We're just going to skip and move
on. Bunny says I'm savage. I don't know what I said that was savage this time, but thank you. I accept that compliment.
Dell can be a little savage.
A little, as a treat.
As a regular course of action, though, at the same token, too, I have gotten her to fuss at me a little bit by some of the things that I have put up in her channel. So it's fine. She does have some boundaries.
We have those here. I don't really have boundaries much at all. That's my secret.
Oh, I don't know. Some of those thirst traps that I was dropping in on.
Oh, okay. there was 1 or 2 of those that I was like, I'm not even gonna acknowledge that that's happening. We are moving on from whatever the fuck Nori was just saying. He found the line. It's a talent. The line is really far out there. We found it. We found it. God, I'm like... Anyway, I'm gonna look at this puzzle now and stop thinking about it.
There you go. There's where you got your savage combat. Squirrel says some of us can stop at 1, and you're like, no, some of us can just stop at 0.
That's true. I'm not wrong, and I'm not lying.
It's fine.
Some of us can.
It's fine. It's fine. These things, it's all part of learning. It's all good.
What are we learning?
I don't know.
Are we learning?
I like to try and learn at least one thing every day.
God, 1 thing a day? That's exhausting.
It's exhilarating, especially when that one thing that you learned today is where Starry Dell's line is. You're like, ooh, there's the line.
Found it. Towing it and touching it just a little.
Hi, Hottie. Welcome in.
Nobody comment on that phrase that just came out of my mouth. Jesus.
What? Huh?
Hottie potty. Hello.
It is a hottie potty. I have actually had the pleasure of meeting Hottie Potty in person.
In person? Absolutely. I'm so jealous.
In person. I not only did I meet him I got a hug too. Yeah.
I'm incredibly jealous. I think I would pay actual money to see Hottie Potty in person.
It was a
especially
thrill.
If it includes one of those biscuits I've heard about.
Oh.
I would do heinous things for a buttermilk biscuit. That's all I'm saying.
Just come to DreamHack. Yeah, right? Just show up DreamHack. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be there.
You know, all the amazing regime there? Man, yeah. I wouldn't survive that. That would kill me. If I met all of you, I'd be like, I have to leave. There would be no words coming out of my mouth and I would have to be excused.
We just see Starry Dell in permanent buffering mode.
Yeah. That happens a lot, actually. That happens quite a lot.
Cat ties.
I don't know why.
Cat ties. Cadius Odin,
Mhm.
who has a name that we have forever been calling it, like several different iterations of it. We call her Caddy most of the time, but sometimes you'll hear us call her, refer to her as Cadius Odin or Catties Tudin or.
So many names.
We do. We Zoda started that, and we haven't ever stopped. And Caddy, to their benefit, or to our benefit, has never told us to stop. So it's just a
That's very
thing.
kind.
We just do it. Mr. Wags, have yourself a wonderful rest of your evening. Rest well, my friend. Thank you for the 27-month resub. If I forgot to say something about it earlier. You are a fantastic and amazing streamer. Yes, you guys should be checking him out too at some point. Also,
Night Wags.
past Talk Tuesday guest.
I thought we weren't referring to them as that. Nori.
I don't care. My rules.
Rude.
Well, we'll change them on the fly. It's whatever suits me at the moment. No. It's fine. It's fine.
Rude.
Hi, Wags. Anyways, yes, Cadius Odin would like to know who in this community has inspired you the most.
Who in this, like in the streaming community,
Yeah,
has
I would
inspired
say
me?
I would say in the streaming community as a whole, yes.
Okay. Okay, I knew somebody was going to ask this question, so I've actually thought about it. I have put thought into it, and my answer remained the same no matter how long I thought about it. And I don't know if Hales is here, but I am constantly inspired by Hales on. She was streaming last I saw, so
yeah, I think she is still streaming. Yeah, she's still streaming. I'm like, I think she's still streaming. Last I saw.
So definitely Hales. There's just, it's so much fun over there always, and she just has the best community and has the most fun playing all of the games, and it's just, it feels good to be in her streams, and I want to kind of project that same comfort for people coming into my streams.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second person would be Nick Naki, who has just been an incredible mentor and taught me a whole lot and is so much fun to hang out with and co-stream with and just absolutely amazing human being. So those are my two answers for that question.
There you go. And Nick Naki, or Naki as everybody likes to refer to them as, is next week's guest.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, yeah, I'm just don't mind me. I'm not clipping this to show this to Naki next week. It's fine.
Nothing I wouldn't say to her face. She knows I love her. Or she should. If she doesn't, then that's a problem.
Did you miss? No, you have not missed the star sign. We got her favorite color, Toasty, which was pink, and that's for today. So today's color is pink. Be right back. Okay, we'll still be here. We did that. Elignor would like to know chicken tenders or chicken nuggets.
Nuggets all the way.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I'm just what I said. Why?
The real answer is because... Hear me out, okay? The real answer is because I like that chicken nuggets are texturally homogeneous. Do I understand what it has to go through to become that way? Yes. Yes, I do. But it's just much more pleasant to know what to expect with every bite than to have to go through not knowing with a chicken tender. Because it's like, it's too much. It's too much for me.
Okay.
Nori doesn't know how to respond to that.
No, I know how to respond to that. I know exactly how to respond to that, because I would point out the fact that, you realize that a chicken tender is just the white meat breast that's just been cut into a long strip. That's it. Like you don't need to know where it's from because that's where it's from. It's off
Well,
the
I don't care
breast.
where it's from. Where it's from is not the problem here, Nori.
It's all homogeneous. It's the same
Textural
meat.
consistency. No, listen. Chicken gets
It's chicken
texturally
breast.
strange. It, like, you get these weird, like, chewy bits, and then some of it's fine, and then some of it you get those, like, little gristly pieces, and it's unpredictable texturally. Whereas
Oh,
a
it's not.
chicken nugget is the same.
I'm going to argue that you are spending too much time eating the wrong parts of the chicken. Then come away from the chicken butt, and you'll be fine.
No, see, okay, Bunny gets me. I am not diagnosed autistic, but there is strong evidence that exists in the world. So the mom of autism kid gets it. Go figure. And Rose says yes. And then, but you might get a tendon, you might get a weird bit of rib meat. Yeah.
No. If you're getting tendon or rib meat, then you're not getting chicken tenders. You're getting somebody's idea of chicken tenders cut from as close as they can to the bone. Real solid chicken tenders is just pure white meat. There's no anything else. There's nothing to be questioned about. You don't have to think about it. There's no gristle or anything else extra added to it. It's literally supposed to be just a chicken strip. And since I make most of my chicken tenders myself from a chicken breast, I will buy the chicken breast and cut off all the stuff that I don't care for and then make my tenders. I can tell you it's definitely all white meat, none of that extra funny stuff.
It's not a gamble worth taking. Exactly. Listen, okay, if you told me, if we're comparing the best chicken tender to the best chicken nugget, I will pick the tender. But if we're just talking on a daily basis, if somebody was like, hey, do you want me to order you chicken tenders or chicken nuggets from this place? It's going to be nuggets. It's always going to be nuggets because I can trust them. They are texturally homogeneous, and I like that about them.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Nori's like, you can be wrong. I can't insult people here, but, you can be wrong. That's not true. Nori would insult me. Nori would have no issues with that.
So the general standard rule is don't yuck anybody's yum, right? If that's your preference, that's your preference. You're wrong, but that's fine. You're allowed to have your preference. It's like saying that Overwatch 1 is better than Overwatch 2.
It's true. It's the same concept, just with chicken.
He's wrong, but it's fine. It's fair.
It's fine.
I'm a big fan of don't give me the store. You want pineapples, you have to go get it fresh off the tree. Like you won't ever convince me that you'll find better pineapples in any store anywhere. That if you go get it off the tree, it's the best thing in the world. And anybody who's ever had pineapple straight off the tree will tell you that. Like, bar none, don't go waste your money in the store. I don't care if you go to the store and they plucked it off the tree and put it in the store. By the time it gets to there, don't. It's already too long. Because as soon as you cut that thing off the tree, you want to start eating it then. Don't wait. That's the worst thing you can do with pineapple is wait. But I've had people like, oh no, pineapple out of the can is the best possible thing in the world. And you're like, no, that's just sugar. Ew.
Like pineapple out of a can, it is not the same or better or even comparable to fresh pineapple.
It's just sugar.
In any sort of way. Those are not the same food
sugar.
And should not be considered as such.
Oh, it's just sugar.
Gonna lead into cane sugar after this. You're gonna have a moment.
Toasty, the only reason why we would bring up cane sugar is because you have said something about it. I was trying to stay away from that topic for once.
I do appreciate fresh pineapple. It's like I did a bit of a study abroad in Portugal. In the area we were in, had fresh orange groves everywhere.
Oh, those are good too.
And every morning, like the bakery would have like fresh squeezed orange juice, and I got so spoiled. I came back to the States.
Yeah, Not
And
even
somebody
close
was
to
like,
the
"Here,
word.
do you want some orange juice?" And I was like, "This is fucking disgusting. What are you giving me? Why are you feeding this to me right now? What have I done to deserve this torture?"
What is
Got
this
over it, but
garbage?
it was very depressing for me there for a minute. It was a very sad life.
Yes. It is absolutely terrible. It is like, what is this?
Sugar in a bottle. That's what it is.
Yeah. Like, and I think I sometimes swear that's what their solution is. You know, we can't make it taste as good as the original, so just dump a bunch of sugar on it. You won't taste it anymore, and hey, you'll go, hey, this is good stuff again.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's terrible.
I would agree with that.
It's disgusting.
I mean, I drink it anyway, but I like sugar, so it's fine. Fine
That's
by me.
fair.
Not the
That's
same,
fair.
not as good as the real stuff, but
No.
it's fine. It's just another way for me to get sugar inside my body.
But yes, fresh pineapples is the shit. If you're not eating that and it's not ripping your tongue apart, it's not good. Like that's what you
true.
eat the pineapple for. Is you know that little bit of pain that goes along with the sweet.
It's the pineapple masochism. Everyone knows.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's just the way that rolls.
Yeah, for sure.
Toasty would like to know, what is your zodiac sign or star?
I have an Aries.
Aries.
I'm an Aries. Yep.
I'm sorry.
Born in April. I don't know. I like it. I think it makes my attitude more fun. But, you know, there's mixed opinions. Some might say I'm a little hard-headed or temperamental might be a word that gets used occasionally.
No, I don't see either one of those.
But
though, watching your reactions when you were playing that dating sim for what was that? The Cthulhu dating sim, that was pretty funny.
Oh God, yeah. Sucker for Love.
There you go.
What a game. What a game. What a life. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, honestly. But sometimes I was like, okay. It was wild.
It was a good time. It was definitely. I have never seen those characters portrayed in quite that fashion. Watching your reaction to the dude ripping his face off with the golden mask.
Oh my God. No, it was so bad.
Oh, it was.
You just like, and it made that noise.
Yes.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Bunny, you definitely should, but also just be prepared mentally.
Calamari. You know, I don't want to talk about Calamari. Zoda, his character Zoot has been romancing the Emperor in BG3. We stepped into that dream session, and I have been scarred for life after that one.
Everyone's done it at least once. Come on.
Negatory. We'll never do it. Nope.
What?
Nope.
Are you scared? You scared of the tentacles? Too much for you?
I have. So like, I want to be reminded of what I saw that night.
Sir, you can't escape it. It lives with you forever. This knowledge. See, Rose, yeah, Impy, smash. It's fine. I like his attitude.
Nope.
He's a true neutral character, and
he is not a true neutral character. He threatened my character. No, the hell you say?
Well,
he threatened my character.
Like a skill issue.
Nope.
He's great. 10 out of 10.
Nope. Absolutely not. We'll never recommend.
Fantastic character. Never had an issue with the Emperor. Me either. Me either, Bates. He's a great neutral character. He's fantastic. He is a skillful manipulator. He is. Absolutely.
And go back and watch that stream. You can see he was like, no, fuck you. I'm just going to kill you. I'm like, see, now your true colors are aligned. Fine. I'm glad we have an agreement here. Piss off.
See, clearly you threatened him in some way.
Didn't. Lawful evil. I would agree with that.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
I could give you guys my whole impy true neutral spiel. I won't. I will save you from that. But I don't think they would have made him a lawful evil consistently, because they had it set up to where the 3 evil characters were the 3 evil alignments. So I think having Impy be in there somewhere would have really messed with their symmetry.
Not really. You could have had Impy. You could have had the Emperor in there as a evil character, and still could have kept everything running just fine. You can almost look at it as if he could have been a 4th evil character that's not that's working to his own ends. So
he's definitely working to his own ends. That's for sure. Sure.
And that's not any different than Raphael, who's also an evil character, doing his own thing. So like
he's the worst bard ever. I love him. He's an idiot. He's good as long as it's good for him. Yes. Yes, Dragon. Dragon gets it. Dragon gets me. It's okay.
It's just fine.
I accept all interpretations of characters. These are just things that we play for fun.
Right?
We all experience it differently. Rose and I love all the same characters, apparently.
You know?
Good to know, Rose. Good to know.
That's what Talk Tuesdays are all about, though. I mean, we find those commonalities. We help make connections. It's a great thing. It's a good time.
Gemini, the Emperor, is like a weird mirror. Interesting take, Dragon. I like it. Feel kind of bad for you, though, having to look in that mirror. I hope you don't have all the tentacles that go along with it, but you know.
Ew. Well, hard pass.
Would stab Raph. Yeah, as you should. Deserves to be stabbed.
You know, part of me would ask a very inappropriate question, and the part of me that goes, no, don't you dare. Happened to win out in that particular instance. So we're going to roll on with life.
Damn. Now I want to know what it is. Now I'm like, well, you can't just leave it there.
Oh, yes, I can. You ask anybody that's been around me for any length of time. If Nori's like, no, I can't say that. Never mind. You don't want to know. Let it go.
I'm really bad about letting it go, Nori.
It's usually a regretting.
She's a shoulder angel.
You don't want to know that the inner group has pressed me on that a couple of times, and they have learned to regret. Nori's like, nope, can't say that. Moving on.
If it's bad enough, Nori won't say it. It's probably a borderline terms of service violation, even thinking it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true? Would you say that that's true?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Now I definitely want to know what it is, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll let it go for now.
You must taste the forbidden fruit.
I know. I need it. Fine. Fine. You can come ask it on 20 Questions with Moto on my stream. You know, there's no boundaries over there. We don't believe in those.
Bates Blogs would like to know what got you interested in voice acting.
What got me interested in voice acting? Like, originally, way back in the day when I was a child, um, I always wanted to go into some sort of performance and had an incident in middle school that gave me like severe stage fright, performance anxiety, and even leading up to that, there was a lot that went into like I didn't feel super comfortable in my skin or being in front of people. Um, Having people look at me at all in any sort of way was kind of a no-go. Did not like it. Um, but it was kind of one of those things where it was like, but I still love performing. I still love, being a part of these stories. And in my brain at that point, it kind of turned into, well, if I don't want people to see me doing these things, but I still want to be a part of them, like, what are things I can do to do that? And voice acting, of course, came out as a huge one. And it fits. I've always loved animation and animated movies, shows, podcasts, audiobooks. Like, I think that voice work is some of the most fun, um, that I like hearing people have fun doing it. And then it kind of fell off for a while as I got older and life happened and I went to college and got 2 degrees in STEM fields and, having work a 40-hour-a-week job and all of that stuff. And then Baldur's Gate came out. It always comes back around to that, doesn't it? Then Baldur's Gate came out, and I had already been kind of thinking about it a little bit before that, but not seriously in any sort of way. Baldur's Gate came out, I started streaming, I met Bates, and it was like, wait, shit, this is actually a thing that I could do for real.
Yeah, totally could
So
be doing.
came back around to it eventually.
I'm going to ask what I hope to be a very generic question. If it's not, and it dives too deeply into something, feel free to stop me. But you said something, and I was like, I have never heard of that before. So you said you went to college for STEMs.
Oh, science, technology, engineering, math.
Aha.
Like, I have a
Okay.
bachelor's of science and a master's in public health.
Okay. That got it. Okay. I've just never heard it called that way. I was like, I've never heard that.
You learned something else new today.
I tell you, learn something new every day. That's the goal. Always learn something new.
Crazy.
Not crazy.
Crazy.
Not crazy.
Imagine learning on purpose. I say having 2
I do
degrees. I did do that a
every
lot.
day.
I try not to learn too much nowadays. I'm like, oh, no, my brain works too much on a regular basis. I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah. No, I got a bachelor's in software development, and my professors during my bachelorship were like, "Why don't you go get your master's degree?" I'm like, "Why? Doesn't get me any more money. It just gets me a bigger bill."
Yep.
Like they're like, but then you could teach the classes. I'm like, why? So I can be bored like you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. I had to get a master's to do what it is that I do. Otherwise I would not have gotten one. And for a while I thought I wanted to teach at a college level. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back and get my PhD and it's gonna be great. And I'm gonna teach at a college because I love academics. And now I'm like, fuck that. I like having a life and free time. Well, okay, free time adjacent. If you call streaming and doing voice work and all of the other things I do not during my 40 hours.
So you've done some actual voice work activity?
I have coaching and a lot of coaching. I have done a lot of coaching, and Bates helped me out with a podcasting demo last month sometime. Nice. And then I don't know if Bates is still here to hear this, but I got a casting call from excellent. That demo that I am currently working on getting the audition together for. So
that's fabulous.
But for the audition, I have to learn to say Yorkshire, like Jim. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So we'll see. We'll see.
You have to learn to
We
say
have screaming Bates.
Yes. Yes. Well, if anybody can get you there, that Bates would be the one that I would be certain to.
And Jim has offered as well to get on a voice call with me and help me figure out how the fuck her mouth makes those noises. I don't know. Bates. I love you too, Batesy. You're amazing and wonderful.
See, you have a fan club already.
My fan club of Bates. That's all I need.
Little Lunar Rabbit, aka Bunny, would like to know what were your favorite voice acting jobs. I don't think you've had any just yet, but it sounds like you're fixing to get one.
I am hopefully going to get one soon. I have only been actively pursuing voice acting since Bates? May? Maybe like April, May, somewhere in there. I started doing coaching, and because I spent my time through high school and college preparing for a science degree and then getting 2 science degrees, I didn't take a whole lot of time for performance and learning things about the arts and like how things work. And I felt like I needed to get my feet under me a little bit with getting into that field, just because it's so different from what I do on a daily basis. So I kind of planned it out where I wouldn't even start looking for jobs or agents or anything crazy like that until next year. So the fact that I'm doing an audition this month is a little nuts. But yeah, in the plan, eventually, hopefully, that'll be a thing that I do.
Now, anything that you can share as part of like the learning experiences that you have learned along this path so far?
Things I have learned on this path so far. First one is like probably the biggest thing I have learned is don't be afraid to be silly. If you're being silly and ridiculous and absolutely over the top, but you're having fun doing it, that is so cool and so much better than if you're trying to like tamp yourself down and be fit inside this little box that you think people want you to fit in. And there's such a big difference, and especially I think with voice acting, you're trying to get all of these emotions and feelings and actions and tones through, and people can't see your face, so you can't even depend on necessarily the animation to get across what you are feeling. Of course, the animation does a huge part of that, but the voice is really what gives the animation life. And to do that, you have to be over the top. You have to be crazy and zany and like just not be afraid to go for it. And I think that applied. I've applied that since I've started this path, not just to my voice acting, but just to existence. And it's you're allowed to take up space. Your voice takes up space. Your body takes up space. You do things. You exist in the world. And that's the biggest lesson I've learned from this whole thing. There you go. Life lessons with Dell, I guess.
Hey, we're here for it. We are here for it. But it's also fascinating too, right? Because I specifically remember when I approached you, like, hey, you want to come do the show with me? And you're like, I wouldn't have anything interesting to talk about.
I did say that. I think I said that last week. What do you mean?
No, I have anything interesting to talk about. Yeah, I call bullshit.
I don't think of it as being I don't think of my life as being aggressively interesting. I think my life has gotten a lot more interesting since I've met all of these wonderful people in the community and started streaming and doing all of this. There's a lot more going on, a lot more to say.
Oh, I think you don't give yourself enough credit, right?
Maybe.
No, not a maybe.
So.
Not a maybe. Not a maybe. No, this cold, hard facts, right? Dell, as an individual, is a very fantastic and interesting individual. They've got a lot of life lessons that you have learned so far. You've taken a path that nobody else has taken, and you've got experiences that only you have. And through those experiences, you can share and help other people grow in their own path and contribute to their life lessons as they move forward. So that, by its very nature, makes you an interesting and unique individual. So you have plenty to share.
Y'all are sweet. Also, squirrels cracking me up with learning about the tiny humans who inhabit our screens. So
See?
true.
See?
I am so small and definitely in your screen right now as we speak. Also, I just saw that Bees and AJ are in my fan club as well.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. Of course they're in your fan club. I think they're the start of your fan club. I had to fill out a 20-page documentation in my attempts to get into said fan club and submit it to them. I'm still waiting to hear back their responses about whether or not I'm cool enough to be in the fan club. But, you know.
Oh, probably not. Bees is very picky. I'm a full 3 inches tall at least. Fantastic. You know what secret? I'm actually 5'7", which still makes me shorter than Bates, but not short. I learned how tall Bates was yesterday, and it still wigs me out. I'm still not okay with it. Sorry, Bates. You're not allowed to be that tall. That's illegal.
What, Bates is tall? Hadn't heard this one before.
Tall for dragon. Yeah, no, Bates is a tall lady. Bates is like 5'10".
Oh, that's not
tall women by panic. Oh, it's never by. You should never panic. Never panic. Be confident. By confidence, not by panic. Constant. Everybody's hot. Whatever. It's fine. Y'all are wild. My natural state is panic. I feel that, buddy. I feel that on a fundamental level. Yeah.
Welcome to Talk Tuesday, where you'll go from hysterics to feral in 2.2 seconds.
That's why we're here, right?
The whiplash is real.
Well, I have to bring that same chaotic energy from my usual streams into your channel. I couldn't come in here and be normal. What fun is that?
What do you mean? We're always normal. I just thought this was
Gwendolyn Christie tall. Well, now I'm just imagining Gwendolyn Christie, and that's rude to make me think about in public. Being normal is vastly overrated. So true, Batesy. So true.
It is, but that's all right. Oh, our folks are in an ad break for the next 1 minute and 20 seconds. Oh.
We're unsupervised.
Sorry for those of you that are suffering through the ads. We will be here laughing and giggling when you come back.
She's the best example of a tall goddess that's in showbiz that you know. Yeah, I mean, she's kind of like the pinnacle of tall woman by panic. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm going to say something that's probably going to earn me a very dirty look at this point, but that's okay.
Oh, God.
I don't know who you're talking about.
No, that's okay. It's, did you watch Game of Thrones at all?
Negatory. Nope.
Did you watched Star Wars, like the new ones?
In the last 10 years, I can count on one hand the amount of movies that I saw at all. And that is exactly that many.
What is wrong with you? Who does that?
I don't like going to theaters. I don't like going to crowded spaces with a bunch of people that want to yell and be obnoxious while I'm trying to enjoy a movie. And it
Okay,
takes
well,
so
I
long for
also
the
like
movies that I want to watch to come out into a format that I can get it and watch it at home that I just forget about them.
forget
So
about them.
a lot of my movies and TV stuff that I watch is literally I stream it all. And I actually have just I've just been stuck on Crunchyroll, and I've been going through their entire library of
That's
anime.
a lot of anime to get through.
So I
Yeah. Did you watch
literally
Wednesday?
haven't. Nope.
You're a disappointment. This is sad to me. Gwendolyn Christie is wonderful. She's Captain Phasma in Star Wars and Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones and the headmistress on Wednesday. She's apparently, did I just read, doing the opening voice work for the new Civ game, which is interesting. Fun fact.
Interesting.
Regular Panic, Bi Panic, Lesbian Panic, or Panic at the Disco. Can I have all of the above? Can we have all kinds of panic here? Yeah, Bunny and I are on the same page. That's fine.
Bates, if I didn't mind going to the theaters, I would probably watch a lot more movies than I do. I have no desire to sit, like, legitimately. The one time I went to the theater was actually the theater just down the road, and yeah, my particular area where I live in, people don't have any respect for enjoying a movie and going to the theater. And so when the couple that's sitting 3 rows behind you are busy having sex, you're kind of just done.
I wouldn't go to that movie either.
Hey, Hagen, welcome in.
I think the last movie I saw in theater, oh, Barbenheimer. Yeah. We went and did Barbie and Oppenheimer double feature at the movie theater last summer. And it was incredible. We dressed up. I own pink go-go boots specifically for that occasion.
Ooh.
Great. It was great.
Thank you for the follow.
Experience.
Welcome in. We are doing our Talk Tuesday. We're gonna take a brief break just to remind everybody we are doing Talk Tuesday. Talk Tuesday is that special day of the week where we sit down, we talk to a fantastic streamer friend of ours that we have made and or are learning about. In this particular case, this fantastic, amazing, and gorgeous thing that you see right in front on the screen in front of you is the one and only, the fabulous Starry Dell, who is volunteered her time this evening to sit down and talk with us and let you guys get in and get to know them. So if you are enjoying what you're seeing, her name is in the title. Feel free to click the link and follow. And at the end, if you haven't, we're going to still throw the little Twitch shout out that puts the little heart up there and strongly impress upon you fine folks to make certain that you are following this absolutely amazing streamer. As we continue to have it. If you have any questions, there's channel redeems down there. Feel free to hit it, ask your questions. We will get them in here and sorted through. At this particular point in time, I am just being threatened with the fact that I don't like going to the theaters. So
I understand not wanting to go to the theater. Honestly, it's not. I've gotten spoiled to being able to pause things and go pee and go make popcorn if I want it in the middle of a movie.
Right.
And like my couch is really cozy.
Exactly.
I get not wanting to go to the theater, but that's no excuse.
Oh yeah, definitely is an excuse.
It's not for not knowing who Gwendolyn Christie is. That's just sad.
So the majority of stuff I watch, if it's not anime on Crunchyroll, the rest of it honestly is spent devoted to keeping up to date with the changes in my field as a software developer. My field changes daily. So I'm always reading or watching a video on the latest upcoming technologies or anything of that nature. So I don't have time. And what little bit of time I do have left after that is spent either here streaming and hanging out with you lovely folks, or doing one of about a dozen other little side things that I've got going on that I've been working on. Going to theaters, watching movie and watching television has just not been unfortunately, it's just not a time that I have that I can commit to. If I can, get rid of the job so I don't have to keep up to date with all the latest tech, sure, I would have more time to do stuff like that.
Wouldn't we all? Wouldn't we all?
But it's fine.
Kind of the dream, right? For everybody. Somehow get big enough on Twitch, you can quit your day job.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. Even some of the really big streamers out there, they don't make all their money on Twitch. You can't. Mm-mm. You can't make a living off of Twitch. It's crazy. Twitch is not going to pay you enough to make that kind of. No.
My 1 cent from my ad revenue.
Yeah.
Sorry, Twitch.
The few people that I see trying to make a living off from Twitch, which is fine. Again, I think it's great if you can actually do it. But they always look so burnt out because they spend all their time streaming nonstop, trying to hit numbers, trying to push whatever they can. And that's got to be exhausting.
Yeah, and at that point, it's not fun anymore. And, if you're not having a fun time doing it, then it's just another job. It?
Yeah.
I could make more consistently doing my actual day job and doing this for fun than if I tried to do this full time.
I wouldn't mind doing this full time, but I think I would not do this 5 days a week full time. Like there would be no,
yeah.
A lot of the energy that goes into making these streams work, it's a lot of energy. Like we put out a lot of energy in order to try and be entertaining, to be spontaneous, to talk and everything else.
And you're doing a great job, Batesy.
You are doing a fantastic job.
No judgment here. If you can do it, you do it, man. I couldn't do it.
Let's characterize this for a second. Now, the way Bates is trying to do it is radically different than a lot of other people that I've seen trying to do it. So Bates is building a story. They're streaming once a week, and then they spend all the rest of their time building up for that one stream. So they make this really great piece of art that you go to see once a week. It gets everybody amped up and ready to go, and so you have a nice big turnout for that. That's going to get built into something even bigger, even better, right? That's not the same as somebody who's trying to, and you can go, I swear you can go out there and hit the search for a partner push, put that in your keyword search for Twitch, and you'll get 300-400 streamers that are doing their partner push because they're trying to get the numbers and they're trying to get whatever to push the partner because they want to be able to do, because somehow going partner it means that you're going to make more money out of this, and that's just not the way it's going to work.
Yep.
Again, not saying anything wrong with what anybody's trying to. I'm not trying to shoot anybody down. If that's what you want to do, go for it.
Just and I love my daily streamers. I watch people stream every day all the time, but I couldn't do it.
No,
personally.
I thought I wanted to do it. I have, like, I don't know how to be interesting for that long. Like, there's just no hard pass.
Imagine having that much energy. That's my thing. I'm just tired.
I'm far too lazy for that mess. Are you kidding me?
Like, I am. Got partner from once a week streaming.
Some people can.
That's impressive.
It wouldn't surprise me to see the Bates's Tales of the Time March account go partner from once a week streaming. But that's once a week building up. So you spend all the rest of your time building up to make something really huge for that one stream, and you pile all the people in, and that works.
Or you just stream for a really long time. I mean, if after you've been here for forever, then you build up a community and it's not as painful, I would say.
Yeah. Could be.
Maybe one day. We'll
One
we'll
day,
see it in
someday.
real time.
One of these days, I fully expect to be tuned in to a Starry Dell, and there's going to be thousands of people in there, Dell, screaming, yelling, and we're going to be like, hi, Dell, and never even going to see it. Just, hi, Dell, boom, and it's just gone off the page. And Dell's like, hey, people, so happy to see you. I'm like, hey.
Like, I don't know any of you, it's fine. No, I love my little community. They're the greatest, and I like that I know everybody and know everybody's like stuff. Like, I have all my regulars, and they show up, and I know what's going on, and it's really nice. I like it. Hard from what I'm saying, the amount of time invested in streams coming from someone who just watches. It can be, and I think it depends. Like, some people really, really love it, and I think it's easier for more extroverted people to kind of like it's more of a social experience. For some of us that are actually introverts in our daily lives, it's fucking exhausting. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm complaining. I'm sitting here complaining about it, but I love it, and I can't imagine not doing it at this point. So
there you go.
Take that as you will.
Well, what if I don't want to take it? Then what? Huh?
Then suffer, I guess. My Bees is lurking. Bye, Beezus. I love you. That's my mod right there.
There you go.
My OG.
Little Lunar Rabbit would like to know, what were your favorite... Oh, we already did that one. Sorry. Baseblog wants to know, who is your favorite voice actor?
Oh, that's a fucking loaded question, Bates. Favorite voice actor?
That sounded like a tag question to me.
God. I would say there's a lot of voice actors that I've like felt inspired by or enjoy like listening to. I could give you like a quick rundown of that list, but probably
We're all waiting.
It's Laura Bailey. I mean, it has to be. I've loved Laura Bailey for as long as I've known that voice actors exist. Pretty much. I've loved Laura Bailey since I first heard her as Jaina Proudmoore in World of Warcraft, and I will continue to love Laura Bailey until I die. That's that. I mean, I there's Ashley Johnson and Matt Mercer, of course. I mean, Matt Mercer's insane. It, like, does everything. Neil Newbon clearly has a huge impact on what I have chosen to do with my life. Tara Strong, incredibly talented. Like, incredibly talented. Troy Baker. I know that's a controversial take. But
why?
Troy Baker. I've seen a lot of people that don't really like him as a person, and then don't like can't separate kind of the person and how they feel about him from kind of the characters that he plays. But I don't know, Joel Miller. I can't get over that one. That'll live in my brain rent free for the rest of my life. So that goes on the list. But yeah, Laura Bailey. The actual answer to the question. Jim Cummings, absolutely. The only problem with Jim Cummings, adore him. Excellent, very talented man, very prolific voice actor. The only issue that I have is that every time I can pick him out, if he is playing, this happened to me in Hale's stream one day. There's this one NPC that you talk to for like 2 seconds, and I heard him, and I was like, Winnie the Pooh. And I can pick Jim Cummings out of any cast, any lineup, no matter how many lines he has. That's Winnie the Pooh. Sorry about it. He's a great man. I love his work. I can't. Yeah, Dragon. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's got to be rough for him.
It's got to be. I feel bad about it. Truly,
well,
I do.
That's like, and I want to say this, and I know full well that some people are going to have some very differing opinions about this, but you know, Mark Hamill had like the shittest of luck trying to get out from underneath Luke Skywalker.
When in fact, Mark Hamill's Joker is the single best Mark Hamill casting ever.
I understand, but you don't see his face. I understand. No, you're fine, Bates. You're fine. But we're just talking about people who get typecast into roles. Like, I'm sorry, he got typecast. It worked well for oh God, I can't even think of his name now. Played Han Solo. Shit.
Harrison Ford.
Thank you. It worked well for Harrison Ford, but Harrison Ford, if you look at all Harrison Ford characters, they're all pretty much that same scallywag sort of rogue hero.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, or Han Solo, like constantly that's his typecast role he played, but it worked so well for him because it let him go from movie to movie to movie.
He's also a G-man in a lot of movies. He does like military style movies. What, Air Force One was one of them. Maybe,
but I think some people get typecast into roles and it just sucks for them. And it's difficult to get out. Whether or not you like them as an actor, as a person, as whatever, it still sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, especially for people like that are very good at what they do, and are passionate about the field and just get stuck doing the same thing all the time.
And you know, the people who just suck and are just a pain in the ass and whatnot, and they get stuck in the role. I don't care, whatever.
Yeah, basically. I'm like, that sucks for you, man. I don't know. That's not my problem.
Right, exactly. Like, yeah, whatever.
But I'm not a nice person.
You are a nice person.
Deep down in there somewhere.
Oh, I think under the normal standards, you are a fantastic individual. You've not said anything here that made me like, no, denial, get out of here.
Nothing I've said that's made you go, oh man, don't want to ever have her back on my channel.
Yeah, no.
Crazy, evil, awful.
Nope. Unfortunate for you. If you were trying to get banished, you're failing at it miserably.
Tragic. No, I'm just trying to get this golf invite. I'm just here for golf.
The Nile is a river. It is a river in Egypt.
Who could have guessed?
It is. It's also my favorite river in Egypt.
Do you happen to have a lot of knowledge about rivers in Egypt? Not
one bit.
Well, that makes sense then, doesn't it? Nori.
What?
Don't what me in that tone. You know what.
What? I set you up. You bowled that and got that perfect strike. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Nori's too funny. Nori's too funny for us.
Not one bit.
You're making people like spit their drinks out tonight. You got
that's not me. That's you.
Actually laughing out loud.
Don't blame me for this. This is all you're doing.
Oh no, I'm definitely blaming you. It's definitely your fault. Tuesdays are the best days.
I look forward to Tuesdays. I think they have very quickly became my favorite day of the week. They're absolutely my favorite day of the week. Little Lunar Rabbit would like to know what character, if you could re-record them, would you like to voice?
Ooh. man. Oh, that's a tough one.
Garfield Mondays and Nori Tuesdays. I am a big Garfield fan, and I am right on board with Garfield. And Mondays suck. I don't. Wake me
Nori
up
out
when
here agreeing
Tuesday
with a
gets
big
here.
fat orange cat. Historically, I'm very anti-Tuesdays, actually. I've always thought that Tuesdays were the worst day of the week. Until I started watching Talk Tuesdays, and now I'm like, man, I'm going to have to change my opinions? Gross.
Yeah. Shame. Shock. Ugh.
Okay, character that I would want to voice. This one's really tough, actually. Probably... go old school and say Raven from the original Teen Titans cartoon. Would love to do that. Could never, ever, ever outdo the amazing Tara Strong, but I would give it a strong go.
What am I being told to stop for now?
And then if I wanted to do something that I think would be fun, I would probably say Charlie Morningstar from Hazbin Hotel. I think that would just be delightful.
Don't feel bad, Blogs Bates. I want to hear it too. So give us some examples.
Oh no, I didn't sign up for that. that was not on the schedule. Oh look, there's a raid. Hi, Raider. Hi.
You're like, oh, that was perfectly. Thank you for saving me.
You saved my ass, Hales. Thank you for that. And there's a Fargus and Haley Paley. Hi, Haley. Hi. And Roswin.
Yes. Welcome in.
Kiki forgot to copy the raid message. Fair.
Welcome in, all you fantastic, lovely Raiders. You are stumbling into Talk Tuesday. Talk Tuesday is where we sit around and we have conversations with fantastic and lovely streamers. Tonight's special guest is the one and only, as you can see on the screen, Miss Starry Dell, who is just fixing to wow us with their own version of Raven and how they would voice the character.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That was not in my contract, Nori.
See, chat's already
You
like.
guys are the worst. Y'all are the worst. Collectively, I hate you all.
If you don't want to do it, it's fine. We'll move on. It's okay. We're not going to.
Here. Bates is pressuring me. I feel this is an unsafe flirting environment. What's the next question, Nori? I'll go bully Bates about it later.
The next question actually comes from Bates Blogs, who would like to know, what is your dream voiceover role?
Oh. Ooh. Okay. So I said this once as a joke. I said this once as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And now that she's here, I'll say it out loud as not a joke. I want to voice a Blizzard character designed by Hales. That's what I want. I want Hales to design a character.
Say less.
For a Blizzard game, and I want to voice that character. That's what I want.
Designed by Hales. Hashtag dream job, right?
Absolutely. Hales is like, I'm fucking on it. Let's do this shit.
Let's go. We're gonna make this happen.
This is the second time that I've used Hales as an answer on this stream.
It is.
I feel like it's starting to become a cop out.
Yes, Miss Hales, did you know that apparently in this Twitch community, you are one of the major inspirational sources to Miss Starry Dell?
True. It's true. I said that out loud. One of two. We're breaking Hales, and it's not even her stream. This is great.
It's fine. It's fine.
literally the first time Hales came into my chat, I remember it vividly because I was playing World of Warcraft and we were doing 20 questions with Moto, which is always fucking chaotic as hell. And Hales came in and was talking, and I messaged Bees on Discord, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know how to use words anymore. Hales is in my chat. What do I even say? I'm such a freak. Hales, I love you. That's all I have to say. I love you. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
We're sharing all of our secrets here.
It's a safe space. That's what Talk Tuesday is for, is get all that deep lore out. That's fine.
Is this a safe space?
It is absolutely.
Is this a safe space?
It's the safest space that I know of. I mean, just ask Haley Paley, also a past guest as well as Hales. You know, we talked about V8 whisks here on.
Did you? did you really? And for what?
Make high-speed cakes.
I hate that my first thought when you said that was, no, you can't, because then the glutens will get angry. You can't have a V8 whisk because the glutens will get angry and your cake will turn to glue.
Haley came up because the last couple of shout outs I have gotten in other places has been that clip from Haley where I'm like, tell me where the whisk comes from. I'm like, is this like a new attachment or something? And she like loses her mind at that point, just checks out. You can watch her just like, dead.
Oh, Haley, that's spicy. Tell me more. Sorry.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I wasn't going to bring inappropriate statements to your stream, but...
Why? I'm already inappropriate enough for both of us.
That's true. Except for that one question that you didn't ask.
Mm-mm. That's beyond inappropriate. That's just downright rude.
Haley can steal the show if she wants to. It's allowed.
But no, yeah. Where are we at? Yeah, yes, your dream voiceover role. Right. You wanted to. Okay. So, any other positions that you think that you would be fun to do, or that's it? Make Hales draw the character, and then you're going to sit around and talk. What sort of character? Hi, Naki. Welcome in.
I mean, to be a major Warcraft NPC would be incredible, like my wife Sylvanas. But I'm good with whatever. I'm good. Just don't make me like Chromie, Hales. That's all I ask is don't make me play Chromie. That's my one request. I would rather throw my body off a cliff than have to be saddled with Chromie forever.
What's wrong with Chromie?
Really... Have you heard Chromie speak?
Yes, I've heard Chromie speak.
Then
I've played
exactly
World
what's
of Warcraft.
Wrong.
I don't have
Good.
any issue with
Then
Chromie.
like her voice. Maybe it's just this last expansion. I'm like, man, I am so tired of this bitch. I can't stand myself. That could be the problem.
Could be.
Thanks, Hales. Thanks. But no, other than that, I mean, that's absolute top tier dream role. But I would love to work on a Larian production. Any, all, whatever they do ever would be great. BioShock would be fun, I think. Not that they'll ever make any more BioShock games because they hate me, but that would be fun. Notice they're all video games. I don't know what's up with that, but
BioShock kind of went in a weird direction. I think the reason why they're not going to do any more BioShock is because they really took that story in the wrong direction for it. And
yeah,
unfortunately, there's not. You can't really bring it back without like redoing the entire franchise.
Hmm. I would have a lot of fun doing like a GLaDOS style role.
GLaDOS would be amazing.
GLaDOS would be fun. I'm actually, Bates will get to hear that one soon because I'm putting together a GLaDOS style copy for my animation demo. So Bates will get to hear that one. But yeah, I think that would be fun. There's Ash.
Hi, Ash. Welcome
Hi,
in.
Ash. And did I
Is
say hi to
Ash-
Naki?
I don't know. Did you say hi to Naki?
I don't know. I don't know if hi Naki. I also talked about Naki earlier. Naki's going to be on Talk Tuesday next week.
Yes, Naki is going to be on Talk Tuesday next week.
Hi, friends.
We are.
Did that answer the question thoroughly enough for you? Did I give enough examples?
I'm still waiting to hear an example. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. You're so mean to me. I'm a good person, and you come out here and you bully me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I signed up for this shit. I can't even.
You did.
I did.
It's fine.
The pressure is so real. Why is the pressure real, Hales? What pressure? What's the pressure?
At least you didn't do what Hales did and repeat the same Blizzard artist over and over and over again for every answer. So it's fine.
No, I just use Hales instead. They're like trained.
It did happen. It was actually pretty fantastic. So apparently, she got her favorite Blizzard artist followed her on. Yeah,
that's so cool, Hales. That's awesome. That makes me so happy.
We put things out in the universe. You know, it's always good to put things out in the universe on a regular basis because you never know what's going to happen. Hales is prime example of one of that. Gem actually is another prime example of it. We had her in on a special where we did a moderate discussion with amazing moderators, and so Gem was that mod that we were showing a bunch of love and affection to, and one of the questions they got asked is, who would they actually like to mod for? Which was her answer was Tom DeVilligan, and you know what she's doing now.
I do know what she's doing
for Tom DeVilligan. So you just got to put it out there in the universe, right? It's fine. It'll get there. Believe it'll happen. You just keep putting it out there.
Manifesting.
You just keep making it happen. You believe in it, and it's going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be.
That's how that works.
It is how that works. So I'm sorry. I'm a big firm believer in that you make your own destiny. And the way you make your own destiny is you believe that it can happen. That's step one. And you work towards it. And that's step two. And as long as you believe and you work hard enough, your destiny will happen. You will get what you want. Can't help but be other. So I wanted to be a software developer. I worked hard, and that's exactly what I get to do every day now. I like my job. Yes.
Do you like your job?
I love my job. I hate the people I work with, but I love my job. I love what I do. So I tell everybody, I'm like, do what you love doing for your job and you'll never work a day. And it's very true. Most people are like, no, that's bullshit because you do what you love doing and then it just sucks. No. I love writing code. I live for writing code. This is my day to day. I love it. I never work a day in my life. However, what makes the days hard is when you work with shit people. Then it's not fun.
That's true. That's very true.
Hi, Com. Welcome in.
I like when people love their jobs. It's
conceive, believe, achieve.
I was also going to ask why the egg was there. Just for the record, just throwing that out there. Like, I don't need to see him. I see him enough watching Hales stream Dragon Age. I don't need to see him outside of that. You egg people. But Hale's love for Dave Greco's art. Yes.
Yes, we were talking about Hale's love for Dave. I was trying not to say his name.
Well, you might send Hales into a fit. You gotta be careful. Wielding the name of Dave Greco. It's important.
It's fine. It's fine.
Sorry, Hales. I shouldn't have I've been too nice to you today. I have to make up for it somewhere.
You're trying to deflect attention away from yourself. It has failed because I'm still here.
Lame. That always works. Damn it.
Hi, Safi. Welcome. Enjoy the meeting.
Hi, Safi.
But no, seriously, yeah. The people you work with is honestly what makes it fun or discouraging.
Enjoy your homework, Naki.
Oof. I'm sorry, Naki. Homework sucks.
Homework sucks.
Jerry Bees, who's now limped off into Lurky land, would like to know, who are your voice actor inspirations?
We have already talked about that.
No, we talked about your favorite.
Inspirations. Okay, well,
there's a difference between I really like the work they do and no, this person really inspires me to be.
That's fair. That's a fair distinction.
It's also fair to go, it's the same answer again and repeat the same answer, because that's fair as well, because your favorites could be the ones that inspire you. But it is a different, because when you stop and think about the fact that, okay, I like their work, but that's different from I like who they are as a person, as an actor, and watching how they go above and beyond just what they do in voice acting inspires me to go above and beyond. So there's a slight difference there.
Okay, I have a couple of different answers for this one, actually. The first one is somebody that I had the distinct pleasure of getting a coaching session with over the summer, and she's absolutely delightful to work with, and that's Christina Alabado, who plays Cherry Bomb in Has Been Hotel, and is actually more well known on Broadway. And she is just a wonderful human being, so much fun to work with. Her advice is impeccable, and I just adore her. So that's that one probably. And then Ashley Johnson, who I think is just so much fun to see doing the work, and like just watching Critical Role, not even going into major animation jobs or video game jobs or whatever. She just has so much fun, and I hope to one day also be having that much fun.
Well, that would be the goal, right? Is to have fun doing whatever it is that you're doing for a living.
Ashley the Queen, absolutely.
Like, assuming let's take for a moment here, right, and assume that life lines up for you and everything runs perfectly in the direction that you would hope it would run. Where would you see yourself as a voice actor, say, 5 years from now? Assuming everything works out, like you nail your gigs and whatnot, where do you think where would you like to see yourself in 5 years?
Oh man, 5 years. I just want to see myself getting jobs consistently. I know that's like super lame answer, but I had this whole plan that I have talked about extensively with my therapist, and she's like, "This is a great plan. It's going better than you anticipated. What are you going to do about that?" I'm like, "We're not going to talk about that right now." But in my 5-year plan, my 5-year goal was to get my first gig 5 years from now.
Jam.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy Jim. Hello, Jem.
We were just talking about Jem.
We were talking about Jim and being a mod. I also was talking about Jim earlier because I have to learn to say Yorkshire. But I don't know if that's going to work for me.
It'll be
I just have to
fine.
keep watching Jim. That's what I've done. I've been preparing for this
Look,
audition by watching Jim stream.
If I can write Jem's journal in her dialect, I am certain that you can say Yorkshire the way she does.
Hopefully. Jim, you have to give me a rating. How did I do? But no, 5 years from now, I want a job in voice acting. Just one. I want to land one gig. Streaming small. Very small. You are making lots of progress down there. It'd be a shame if somebody were to...
Down here doesn't do any good. It's got to be up here on the board. You want point scores. You gotta put them in the puzzle.
It did wonderful. Did I though? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how's my Yorkshire pronunciation? It's been wild. It's been an adventure. What were we talking about? I get distracted talking about Jim. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm out here to not talk about myself, but to talk about everybody else who's equally awesome. Nori won't let me get away with that.
No, she's been trying. We've been denying.
I've tried so hard.
She has. We have officially turned her red on, I think, a number of occasions, and even had her fanning herself from heat. We've been doing a right good job to keeping her on point.
Yorkshire. Okay. I got this. I got that, Jim. I can do it. I might call you later and be like, hey, say this word for me.
Well, okay, so now I have attended a few of Bates's voice acting classes. I'll say a few.
Okay.
Now, as a polyglot, right? I speak a bunch of different languages. What I can say is that dialect is dialect and sounding like you're from a specific region or world is a very interesting sort of thing, because it's not just a matter of knowing the language, right? So you want to be from wherever Jem's from, or you want to be able to talk with the Yorkshire accent, right? Whatever that happens to be. I'm throwing out generics here because I don't know the specifics. So if you know the specifics, feel free to correct me. I would love to.
No, I'm just letting you go.
Yeah.
You just keep doing what you're doing.
Right off that. Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate that. But it's not just enough to be able to pronounce specific words the way that they would. Because it's also, there's a vocabulary that comes along with the dialect. Like, yes, I can say Yorkshire like Jem does, but that's just one word. If I talk the way I want to talk, even if I can say it in that accent, I am going to have a very American accent. It's not going to sound the same. There's different words that get used. There's a different way of saying things. Like when I go into my Alabamian side, like that's a whole flip for like the words, my word choice.
Completely
because that's
sort of thing.
It's because that's just how you talk, right?
It's when I like my partner and all of my friends have made fun of me in the past on different occasions, because when I call my grandparents, it's completely different. It's a completely different thing that comes out of my mouth than what normally comes out of my mouth, right. Both in vocabulary and in like tone, and the accent is wild.
Yeah,
nigh on not understandable, depending.
But I mean, that's
accents are hard. Dialects are hard.
Right. So I think being as a voice actor, as a as a soon to be voice actor, I think I would ask my guess where I'm getting to all of this is at what point do you sit down and start learning like vocabularies for the accent you're trying to pick up? Because that has to play a part in there somewhere, right?
Oh, for sure. I think for me, so far I haven't had to work with a dialect or an accent that I'm not at least somewhat familiar with the vocabulary. Um, I spend a lot of time online and I read and watch a lot of people from a lot of different places. And because of what I enjoy and what I do, I like to notice the differences in how people write and say things and what phrasing they use. So a lot of it
Mm-hmm.
is just thinking about, like, probably for this, honestly, using this audition as an example, how I'll go into it and how I'll do some of those filler words and
Yep.
thinking about how to say things. I will probably imagine that I am sitting down having a conversation with Jim. Jim and I have never talked in person. It doesn't matter. I will imagine that I'm hearing her voice in my head and how she would respond to things. Sorry, Jim. I know this is probably really creepy. I have watched so many of your VODs in the last years. I don't even want to talk about it. Um, but that's probably how I'll approach it. I imagine
Oh,
myself in a conversation with that person and think
that's
about
so
how
cool.
they would respond to it
Right.
to come up with what those words are. But it is a lot of, I mean, y'all know, some of you don't know because you don't know me outside of this particular instance, but most of you will know I do read like fan fiction online and have an online presence on Tumblr and like have a lot of friends from lots of different places there as well and
Oh,
have
nice.
that to
Fellow
kind of
Tumblr. All
draw
right.
on.
Rock on.
Yeah. I have that to kind of draw on to be like, okay, this is how this person would write this. This is how they would have these characters have this conversation and use that to kind of develop a character from there.
There you go.
I'm glad it made you feel all warm and fuzzy and not like I'm some creepy stalker in your stream. It really could have gone either way. I was like, man, this is going to be weird.
So about yeah, okay. Hermaeus Rose, aka AJ, aka Rose, would like to know if you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what
Pizza.
would it be? Pizza. Like I didn't get to finish it. I just like, nope, pizza.
Pizza. 100%.
Done. I will take the carbs,
Done.
the tomato sauce, and the cheese. Just
Yep, it's pizza. As long as there better not be any no olives, no green peppers anywhere near my pizza. Other than that, any topping goes pizza.
pineapples.
What kind? Ooh, a Hawaiian would be a good one to eat for the rest of my life. Then you get the kind of fruit too, you know. Yeah, I'm a fan of pineapple on pizza. Specifics, pizza, different varieties, just pizza. Yeah. I mean, like traditional, like margarita, Napoleon sorts of pizza. Sure. My go-to, my like, when I'm craving pizza, the go-to is pepperoni, mushroom, and banana peppers. So I would probably eat that for the rest of my life. That would be fine. I'd be okay with that. I just love pizza a whole lot. And I don't eat a whole lot of it because there are dietary restrictions in my house. Not mine. And so we don't have a lot of pizza. But I would eat it all the time from anywhere. It doesn't matter. Shitty Little Caesars pizza, man, it's still pizza. Any kind as long as Hawaiian. Hawaiian pizza's good. I'm a big fan. Big fan.
There you go. See, apparently we'll eat. I want pizza now.
Yeah. Me too.
Welcome to Talk Tuesday. The food cravings are real. I don't think we've ever gotten through a Talk Tuesday where we haven't made somebody hungry.
It's
So,
true. And I haven't eaten dinner, so you're getting all of my unadulterated pizza thoughts right now.
Well, I haven't had dinner yet either, so don't feel too bad.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's see. Haley Paley would like to know: are you interested in the voice acting or into the game design?
Voice acting. I appreciate all of the things that go into.
Sorry, Ash.
Ash, your pasta will be delightful. It will not be pizza. It's okay. I've got nachos downstairs waiting for me, and that's also not pizza. Tragically.
Tragic.
But yeah, no. Definitely, I'm into the voice acting side of it. I appreciate and respect the things that the game designers do. No. Just, it's not. I don't understand it on a fundamental sort of level, I think. But yeah, I appreciate it. I respect it. Voice acting wouldn't be where it is without those people, but also give me the performance aspect. Where's the donate pizza to Dell button? There is no donate pizza to Dell button. I'm sorry. I would let you.
It's currently suffering from technical difficulties at the moment. I'm still working on it.
Lasagna, carbonara, bolognese. I can't argue with those either. I make a mean gluten-free lasagna, actually. I do. I just make a mean lasagna in general. My lasagnas are top-notch. Not to brag. That's very humble of me. They are, though. They're really fucking good.
Hey, it's okay. You're allowed to brag here. That's what this is about. Go ahead, break that arm, pat in your back. We're good for it.
Yeah,
we'll help you. We'll help. Hold still.
Oh, I don't need help. Get me talking about food. I'm good. I'm very confident in my food abilities.
Yeah, I cook an awful lot as well. So, though I get more in trouble when I start describing the cooking process. That's what usually gets me in trouble.
Do not. Can't handle it again, Nori.
Oh, were you there for that?
Oh yeah. I definitely was. The breakfast incident. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. I'm surprised you're still able to look at me with a straight face after that.
You know, I'm talented like that. I can hide my true feelings behind this mask of indifference. No, I can't.
No, you can't.
My face tells all. I actually have been on a work call before, and Nori knows I work from home. And I've been on a work call before where we had cameras on for whatever reason. And I got a text on my personal phone from my coworker that just said face and then fix it. And she sent a picture of the face I was making. And I was like, oh, you can tell how stupid I think these people are just from looking at me, huh? Really? Gotta school that expression. Put that away somewhere.
Yeah. You really gotta be careful about things like that, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
That'll get you into some serious hot water.
It's true. Dragon, I have been cooking for a long time. That was one of those skills that my parents actually thought that I needed to know as a child.
Bunny, so apparently you're learning the same thing I learned today. I didn't realize it had a name, but apparently it has a name now. It is called...
It does, as of
the breakfast
2 minutes ago. It's important to know what everybody's referring to. They don't make Tism face filter. Ain't that the truth?
It's fine. It's just fine.
Fine. Everything's fine.
Perfectly
I don't need
fine.
to know what's going on with my face. It does its own thing.
You know, it does. Okay, Jem, aka X Skywalker 101, would like to know favorite film.
Favorite film. I'm really bad with favorites. Favorites are hard for me. Knives Out, I think. I really enjoy Knives Out and I will watch it. Like it's one of those that if anybody's like, "Oh, can we put on Knives Out?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely." Or if I'm having like a really bad day, I'll put that on. It just makes me giggle. It's fun. And the sequel, Glass Onion, also good. Also good. But the original Knives Out is fantastic. Jim approves of my choice. Thank you. I mean, Daniel Craig's having a ton of fun, and Chris Evans wears that sweater. What more do you need?
To know what this movie is?
It is. It is a murder mystery movie in which Daniel Craig is a detective who has this completely unidentifiable accent. It's stupid. I love it. And this old guy gets murdered, but it's good. It's just good.
I love the fact I'm just sitting here making noises and you're defending the movie and then you're like, what? I'm like, I don't even know what the movie is.
It's a great movie. It's great. If you ever watch a movie again, Nori, you should start with that one. If the face could have a subtitle. You and your lack of movies. Again,
it's been almost a decade now since the last time I actually went to a theater or watched a movie at all. I just don't have the time. So no, it is.
It's Daniel Craig going about as opposite to his 007 role as you can get. It's true. He's having a lot of fun. He's doing his best.
So this is the part where I'm going to hurt everybody's feeling again. I don't know who Daniel Craig is. I don't track names of stars. I just don't. It's not a thing. If you tell me what movie they starred in and I've watched the movie, I can go, okay, I know what you're talking about.
James Bond.
Last James Bond movie I watched.
Casino Royale?
No.
No.
Keep going back.
No, I'm good. I don't even want to know at this point.
Sean Connery was the last. Yeah. Sean Connery was the last James Bond I watched.
Sean Connery was a great James Bond, though. You're showing your age. Yeah, old man, get it together. Watch a movie.
First off, I have never claimed not to be an old man. Number one.
True. That is true.
I have never not claimed to be an old man.
Nori's going to have a special senior citizen status in all of our streams now.
That being said, I'm not nearly as old as you folks like to make me out to be. I grew up being raised by old people. And that so happens. I picked up some very old people style habits, and that's just the way things happen.
Yeah, we're the O's old. It's fine.
Alec, we're all just... you have no room to talk, buddy. It's fine. It's fine.
Is it fine?
Sure. I have my OG card.
I'm sure you do.
Just fine.
Rose is really putting in the work on this puzzle. You go, Rose.
Yes, Rose has been definitely putting in work. But Rose likes doing puzzles, so, you know.
Some people are like that.
Some people are. It's a good time as long as you're enjoying it.
Puzzles help you. Hey, everybody's got their thing.
Yeah, anybody that wants to do the puzzle, exclamation puzzle in the chat, we'll get you a. Oh, thank you for the follow. We'll get you a link to the puzzle. You're welcome to jump in here and do it right along with the rest of us. Here, I will actually put the link up there for people. How about that? We'll make this easy. See, there's the link. If you click the link, it'll open your web browser and take you right on over and let you jump right in, and you can help.
Get distracted talking. It will time out.
Yes, it will. Which is why I spend a lot of time just, again, this goes back to our previous discussion of, just pick up some puzzle pieces and move them around.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I forget. I get distracted.
It's fine.
AJ, you can't kill people with your mind just because they're helping with the puzzle.
Now, Ms. Hale Zanon would like to know, as she puts it out, it's a fun question for us WoW nerds. What drew you to want to play WoW, and which expansion was your favorite?
Oh, Hales. What drew me to want to play WoW? Imagine 2007. I am 9. My parents are playing WoW when it first came out. I am incredibly jealous, and I want to play. So my mother, lover, was like, okay, fine, whatever, kid, and made me a character on her WoW account. And that is when I started. I got my own account in 2008 at the ripe old age of 10 and have been playing on and off since. I took a big break during Pandaria and Warlords. Came back a little bit in Legion. And then have been playing consistently. And by consistently, I mean like really consistently and raiding every week since the beginning of Shadowlands. Glad you wanted the long answer, Hales, because that's what you're getting. And my favorite expansion is so controversial. And I know this going into it, so just don't judge me. But I actually loved Shadowlands. I thought that all of the zones were so pretty. And even though it got a lot of shit, I liked the way that it tied together all of the things that had happened over the last 10 years. And obviously, like, my wife was there, and that's always cool. She was evil and, crazy, but she's always evil and crazy, so it's fine. And then just, like, the first one zone, I loved. I still use my mounts from there. I don't know. I really enjoyed Shadowlands, and most people did not like it. My mother calls the main city, calls Oribos the airport city, because it looks like a bland airport terminal. And I get that. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Probably secondary to that, like, out of the main, like, the ones that are agreed upon to be actually good, I did really enjoy Lich King. I mean, how could you not? Northrend. Tasty. Wasn't a huge fan of Shadowlands, but can't deny that wrap up. Right? I don't know. I liked that it tied everything together and I felt like it gave her more depth than just, oh, I'm Forsaken and Horde, therefore I am evil and bad. It was like, no, there's actually more going on there. There is other things happening. So that's me. That's the history of Dell in WoW. And also, yes, Bunny, 10 in 2008.
I'm really going to show my age on this one. Mostly because I played WoW back when it was still in beta. I was actually one of the original beta testers.
Nice.
I never got back in. In fact, when the game went live, I didn't play. And in fact, I didn't play until almost a year after. It was right before Burning Crusades had dropped that I came back to the game to play. And I only did that because my younger brother demanded that I come and play because he wanted a really good tank. And I played from BC all the way to... I was not a big fan of Wrath of the Lich King. I was okay, but it was... What was it? Omens of War? Yeah, I think Omens of War that came out right after that, where they... So I played a druid tank was my main. And when they put out the patch that destroyed our ability to get rid of roots on Shapeshift, which basically ended my arena career, I walked away from the game and I've never looked back.
I believe Shapeshift breaks roots now again. That makes you feel any better.
No.
I am a Beastmaster Hunter main. I don't have to worry about these silly little shenanigans of other people. I just do my thing. I hit my buttons. But I also got really lucky, and I have a great guild, and they're very much like play what you like, play what you enjoy.
Yeah.
So even when I was an F tier class there for a minute, it was okay. I suffered, but it was okay. I did get into tanking a bit last season before last. Death Knight tanking though, and that was a lot of fun. That was tons of fun.
I remember when Death Knights were dropped, and everybody thought Frost was the freaking tank class of the Death Knight, and they couldn't have been more wrong.
No, it's blood. Having the all that leech. My partner he heals, and my tanking gives him a stroke on a regular basis because Death Knights do almost as much healing on themselves as anybody else does.
Yep.
And he's like constantly watching my health bar. It'll drop to, nothing, and then straight back up like nothing happened.
Yep.
Giving him heart palpitations. It's fun. I have a good time. Also, I think wheelchair bumper cars is happening in the chat.
Wheelchair bumper cars?
Apparently.
I see. Well, more power to them then. I ran... So I used to do my Death Knight. I would... right when they screwed over the druids, I swapped over to the Death Knight for a little bit, thinking I would just play as a Death Knight in arena matches. And when I went into a 2v2 with my Death Knight in PvE gear and went one-on-one with a capped rogue in full PvP arena gear, and I went toe-to-toe with him for 45 minutes, timed out the match. They had to take a draw on it. I'm like, yeah, first off, Death Knights, ungodly in arena matches. It should never be played in arena matches. I felt guilty because I'm like, dude, I just like totally cheesed this guy out because he could not DPS through the defensive nature of the build.
Yep.
And I would just pound on him, which is the more I hit on him, the faster his life went down, the more healing I got, plus all the little worms around, which was nice. And like all the dots and everything else you drop down, go Lich form, blast yourself with your own Shadow Bolt and heal. Like he literally had no answer to the fact that this tank was just like, whatever.
Like, get obliterated. It's fine. Yeah, you can live through anything.
Yeah.
I don't PvP. I've never been into PvP, so I cannot speak to what it looks like from there. But yeah, I mean, you can live. I have solo tanked things on LFR and just
this was back in the day where the build, I always take my build into heroics and soloing heroics just because I'd get bored. Yep. Just like, whatever.
DKs are fun.
Yeah. But
Definitely
I
excited
I
going
was
into the new
just
expansion.
I was just never a really big fan of the Death Knight class in general. So I walked away because I'm like, I don't want to be a Death Knight. I like my
You wanted
druid.
to be a bear.
I had been a bear all the way up to that point. No, that's my class. And yeah, when they borked it and they screwed it over, I walked away from the game and I've never gone back.
I went back during COVID in grad school.
Nice.
No regrets.
Yo, Brother Fjord.
Hello, Brother Fjord. How's it going?
Just the man we're talking about. Now, you want to talk about a guy who's hung up there. Now, Brother Fjord will tell you all about some Final Fantasy. Him and Zoda. Holy cow.
I've had friends try to get me into Final Fantasy, and I only have room in my heart for one MMO at this point. I cannot commit. I can't commit.
It is what it is. They huge fans.
I've heard so many good things about it. Yeah, it's very story rich.
I played it a little bit. You know, my biggest contention, and I think they've since straightened it out, but when I was playing it, was going through the whole story process, trying to level up, which is what they expect you to do, right? There was a point when I was playing it that you would get in the story progression where you couldn't pass any further or proceed any further or even get to the next phases in order to continue leveling up. Like you would hit a point where you like just hardcore stop because you can't level any further until you get to the next area. And the game wouldn't let you do anything, and you couldn't get past that point unless you had a raid. You had to go on this raid and defeat the raid.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
That torqued me off. I'm like, what do you mean I have to raid this? That's a load. What if I don't have the people to raid? Now what? Thank you, game.
What if you don't even like raiding?
Right? Now you have screwed me.
But that's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, it was painful. It sucked. It was not ideal in any stretch of the imagination. And it's like, okay. So we'll knock that game off my list of games to go and play again. Yeah. See, and Brother was like, yeah, now you don't have that problem anymore. Which is fantastic.
I still can't commit. I can't do it. WoW is my MMO. It's got all my time. We'll definitely be having all of my time this weekend. That's for certain.
Ooh. Something going on this weekend?
Early access for the new expansion starts this weekend.
Well.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited I can hardly stand myself, actually. We've been in content drought.
I have been looking for a new MMO to get into just because I don't want to play any of the ones that I've spent far too many time in. Mostly because for me, going back to like World of Warcraft or even Final Fantasy and whatnot, like I miss my old guildmates that I used to run around with, like the friends that I had made way back then who no longer play anymore. They're just not around anymore. And it's dealing with the nostalgia and the loss of friends that you no longer can talk to anymore. That sucks.
Yeah, that's tough. I love my guild. I can't imagine doing it without them at this point, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would do if they were like, no, we're not doing this anymore.
I have made a ton of fantastic and just hoarding all the I've made a ton of new friends here on Twitch. Fantastic group of people and everything else. And we get together, we do all kinds of really great games and everything. Just MMO is not one of those things that clicks with a lot of people here on Twitch. So
it's not.
It's just not a thing.
Everybody, for sure. Misfits, are you sure you're not just hoarding colors? Are you sure about it?
You really sure? No, no.
I'm not convinced. No, I'm kidding. I don't care. You can hold the
Now,
colors.
I may not be going into gremlin mode. You know, that's you're welcome to go into gremlin mode. I usually run around in gremlin mode, so it's fine. It's fine.
Imagine not running around in gremlin mode.
Okay, so I picked this puzzle out, and for obvious reasons. Like, I mean, by now there's enough of the puzzle put together. You should be able to kind of gather the theme of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
So for obvious reasons, I thought, okay, this would fit with our guest for tonight. But I set it to 750, and I was like, I feel like that's probably too many pieces given the swash of the way the colors and everything line up in this. It might be a little too difficult at our normal piece count. And it's turning out to be one of those. I'm like, yeah, it was probably a little much for the piece count and should not have done that.
It's a lot of pieces. And I keep getting distracted. I am not helping.
Well, like, we've done 750 piece puzzles before in the allotted time. Like, that's not an issue. It's not a big thing. But there's not enough. There's swatches of colors in this just because of the type of puzzle it is. There's not really a lot of like definitive shapes that you can build around. This was literally just a cosmic image. And so it's just swashes of color, which makes it a little difficult. It is very colorful. But it does make it a little bit difficult to get done.
A little.
Just, again, not a big deal. It's not that big of a deal at all. And, some people will continue to do the puzzle long after we've, stopped doing it.
To call AJ out like that.
It's not AJ. So I've had Wars and Soda in here as well running. Doing that.
Just coming in, hanging out, doing a puzzle.
Yeah, they come in, they hang out, they do the puzzle, and they continue to do the puzzle long after, the Talk Tuesday has ended, and I'm like, yep, I'm done working on this puzzle. I have spent the last 3 hours working on this puzzle. I'm out.
Yeah.
And they're still in here because they want to see it done, and I'll come back because the puzzle's underneath my account name. I'll come back and look. I'm like, oh, it's done. Hey, look.
Yeah, look at that puzzle.
Somebody got it finished. Ooh.
That thing that Nori totally did.
No, Nori did not totally do this. No. No, I don't take credit for people who stick around behind afterwards and get it done. That's not the way that works.
That would be mean.
Hi, Lillian. Welcome in. So, you're a big fan of. Would it be fair to say that when you play a game, you play it more for the story aspect and less about the gameplay? Like, if you're picking out a game to go play, like, what are the things that you're looking for in that new game you're going to go play to make those decisions? Like, are you looking for a good solid storyline? Are you looking for a plot? Are you looking for game devices? Like, that sort of thing.
It varies. Especially if I'm looking like something to play on stream, I'm going to tend towards something more narrative heavy. I would say in most games, I'm looking more for the story than for the gameplay. But at the same time, as we discussed earlier, my favorite game genre is the roguelike deck builder, which don't historically have any narrative or very, very little.
That's the bad guy, go kill him.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, climb this tower, kill these enemies, use these cards. And so in those, it's definitely more about, the mechanics and what kinds of cards they've built around And I'll try pretty much any of those, honestly. If there's a demo on Steam and it's like, hey, this is a roguelike deck builder, you want to try this? I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna try that. Um, and some of them I found I really enjoy, and some of them I just it's whatever. Uh, but I would say most of the time it's about the story. We got Baldur's Gate, which was clearly about the story.
Clearly,
Fallout,
obviously.
same thing. Like those are very narrative heavy. Dragon Age. But at the same time, I find that if the mechanics are not even not good, just not something I enjoy as
Mm-hmm.
much, I will just drop the game. I'll get bored with it and stop playing. Um, which has happened quite a few times. Where it's just like, yeah, this is not my thing. Um, like I had a lot of trouble getting into another Larian title, Divinity: Original Sin. I couldn't do it. I could not get into Divinity, and I think a part of it is because the gameplay was so clunky. Because I know that the story is really, really good. So it's a little column A, a little column B, but I would say leaning toward narrative. Also, hi
So
Lillian. I did not say hello.
a bit okay. So you're very much an appreciator of a good story and plot devices then.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
For sure. For sure. That would explain the Cthulhu game.
Hey, those were plot devices. There was story,
A lot of story, including our face being ripped off.
including our face being ripped off. It was fun though. Minus the face ripping off part. Well, I
I'm
mean, I guess that
just
was fun for you guys, but
your
I
reaction
wasn't.
was priceless, but I mean, beyond that, just I'm sorry. Her she walks in and Cthulhu's or whatever her name is only response to the fact that you've ripped your face off is to cuddle you and go, "Oh, poor baby." Like
Uh,
that's a Jesus.
Lynetta's like, oh, this is a normal thing that totally happens to normal people all the time. You poor baby, your
No.
face. It's gone. The whole thing. I I don't claim to understand.
Oh, that
I don't claim to
just
understand anything.
no. Every bit of that, just like, dude, I'd have just taken Lynetta being upset at me and rolled on with life. Like that would have been.
Mm-mm. No. Dragon. Yeah, we cuddled Cthulhu. Her name is Lynetta. Look it up if you weren't hanging out in stream when that happened.
Ash would like to know: Have you played the Mass Effect trilogy?
I have not. Which I feel like is kind of a sin to admit out loud here, but I haven't. If Bees is listening, I'm sorry. I apologize for every decision I've ever made in my life that led to this point. No, I have not played Mass Effect. I want to. It's on my list of things.
Wow.
Thanks, Mister. I appreciate you. Maybe I'll play it on stream. Maybe
You should try
eventually,
it.
if I ever finish Dragon Age.
I have played a bit of the Mass Effects. I've not done it on stream. I don't know. I struggle with story rich games. Like for me, it's a really hard thing to play, mostly because I don't sit around for the stories. I kind of skip past them, which drives people nuts. So
Yeah, that makes sense. that would drive people nuts.
well, like I will go back and watch. I will go back and do the story stuff after I've beaten the game. Like for me, I just want to get through the game, see all of the stuff to run into what I'm dealing with, and then go back through and be like, okay, now I can take my time and work my way through it. But that's the way I play games. That's hashtag unfollow. But that
Unfollow me because I haven't
that's
played Mass
just
Effect. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Magic through
haven't
fish
done
and
Mass Effect on stream just because of the fact that I know I would skip through it. I'm still working my way all the way through the first. I'm actually past the first one. I'm working my way through the second game now. I need to do that one and then the third one, and then after that I may come back and do it on stream because at that point then we can do all the story plot devices and everything else.
Yeah. I'm playing Fallout off stream right now, and it's taking a minute. I just finished 3, starting New Vegas, but I don't skip the story because I'm not a psychopath. Free.
But a psychopath. I'm not a psychopath. I understand. Look, growing up for me, that you want to know the story about a game, all you had to do is read the manual that came with the game. Like that's where all the plot was.
That.
I grew up in the 8 and 16-bit gaming age. So for us, it was always just get from point A to point B, kill the boss, watch the credits, you're done. There was no stop for if there were moments where there was like extra story devices thrown up on screen, it took all of like a nanosecond. Like you actually had to pause to catch some of those screens as they flew by. So I am a condition to
Yeah, I don't know. I like the narrative. I like the narrative. It's fun. I like to experience it in real time with the characters.
Nice.
It's more fun for me that way, I think. Now I play some games that don't have narrative, like
right.
the roguelikes, and
yeah.
I don't know if I can admit this in public. I have been known to play League of Legends from time to time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's a fair response to that statement. But you know, it's I don't know. The narrative, and it's like being in a book. And I like that.
I used to
narrative means wild work.
When I was getting started streaming here in Twitch, I was actually hanging out with a group of individuals that did a lot of League of Legends gameplay. And every time I'm like, oh, I'll go try that out and go see if I can't join in on the fun. I would go tune into one of their episodes where they're playing it, and all I hear is curse word, F-bomb, son of a beep, beep, beep. And I'm like nonstop. And they're like, it always looked like the most toxic thing in the world. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that.
It's true. It is pretty toxic. I don't
Not
play
interested.
Rift. I only play ARAM, which is all random, all mid. So it's one lane, and everybody gets random characters at the beginning. That's the league I enjoy. And even that sometimes I'm like, wow, you people need to go outside. I'll beg.
Wow, that bad, huh?
And oh yeah. Oh yeah. But honestly, sometimes it gets that bad in WoW too. I had a guy
yes.
I had a guy message me in WoW to tell me about how much of a horrible person I was, and that like I needed to get my life together, and I was never going to be a real successful person because I didn't want to stay in their group. And I was like, okay, buddy, you do you, I guess. Whatever. But that's, yeah, I think when you're in any sort of online multiplayer game, it's you run the risk of
people get a little ugly. I mean, it's just a game. It's all right. You'll survive.
We're here for fun. Hypothetically, like to immediately destroy that person. Yeah. Yeah. It's, I don't know. I think you just get used to it at some point.
You know, it is what it is. I mean, what else are you going to do about it? I mean, there's not really too much you can do about it. At the end of the day, that person is just going to be angry and bitter, and it's like, you know what? It's fine, dude. You do.
And I'm going to go touch my cats and have a life outside of World of Warcraft. Go figure.
Whatever's going to make you happy, you rock on with it. I am going to go this way. And we are just going to agree that we're both better off in our own separate happy spaces.
Absolutely.
Right, exactly, DEFCON. That's kind of my problem at this point is I haven't found an MMO that I'm willing to invest. Like I started in Ultima Online. Yes, I started in Ultima Online. I eventually moved from Ultima Online to EverQuest. And when I say we spent time in EverQuest, I mean I spent like 40 hours a week in that game.
I have a friend who was really into EverQuest.
Yeah. We lived in that game for like days. I probably had equivalent to like 12 to 15,000 hours in that game. We just lived in that game. And it's just I haven't found a game that would keep my attention like that anymore. And it is what it is. Some of those older ones you had to spend time in it because that's what they were designed to do, was make you spend time. But they were all monthly subscription, and the whole point is to keep you coming back for that monthly subscription. So they have to make it so you're spending time in it.
That is very true.
We are in the last periods. You have made it to the end. See? I tell everybody, time flies by. It's so quick. You don't even realize it. It's like, oh, wait, it's already the... No.
It can't
it's
be.
Such a good time.
It really is. It has been so much fun. I was really nervous about it. I think everybody gets really nervous about it. It's just...
You turn around twice and it's done before you know it. But that does mean that we are going to touch on we have 2 final questions for you, and then you still have one more decision that you have to make before we are done for the evening.
Okay.
You didn't think you were going to get out of here that easy, did you?
I didn't really think that far ahead.
So the first of your 2 final questions for the evening is around the ones that we normally like to ask everybody. Now, we are most of the way through 2024, so we've been adjusting the question just slightly. So between the end of the year and the beginning of next year, 2025, is there any like major events, anything coming up on your channel, anything that you want to let everybody know, hey, we're going to do this really fucking cool thing. You definitely don't want to miss it. You want to be there for it. And let me tell you about it. Like, do you have anything of that sort of nature that you want to draw attention to?
Oh, actually, we don't have anything major planned. I'll be playing a lot of World of Warcraft. As you could probably tell, I'm excited for the expansion that comes out this weekend. And if I low-key turn into a World of Warcraft channel for a little while, don't be surprised. But if that's your thing, come hang out. We'll be playing some. That's pretty much it, though.
I think even if I'm not a low-key World of Warcraft, I still think I'm going to come out and hang out anyways because it's Story Delve. Duh.
I love your unconditional support, Nori.
See?
Always here for it.
That's what I do.
I know. We're nice and low-key over on my channel. The next big thing will be if I ever hit 200 followers, we'll do a big community event and play King of the Castle and invite the Den, and you guys can try to defenestrate me. But I have to hit 200 first.
All right, you heard her. Quick, everybody, get out there. Hit the follow button. Here, let's help this. We'll start this out early. Aha. There's a big heart up in the top hand corner. If it's not lit up, you're doing it wrong. For shame. How can you have spent this last 3 hours with this fantastic and amazing streamer and not want to make certain that that little heart is lit up in that top corner? Good God, what's wrong with you people?
To public shaming. Thank you, Nori, for shaming people publicly on my behalf.
You know, it's all right. It's all right. I no apologies. Seriously,
None.
fantastic streamer. What more do you want? I
Well, thank
I can't
you.
make it any better. Done. Over. Period.
Finished.
Do the thing.
We have fun.
We do have fun.
We have chaos. Both things are
Do
true.
you?
Yeah,
do you?
sometimes. Sometimes. Thirsty Thursdays. Pretty chaotic. 20 questions
Well,
with
okay.
Moto. Pretty chaotic.
Thirsty Thursdays get a little chaotic. I give you that one.
20 questions with Moto. Sometimes y'all will see that clip go around where Moto's explaining why incest is okay. Fun. We have fun. We have a good time.
Fair. Fair.
I can't explain it. You had
It's
to
all
be there.
good. Be there or be square, right? And your last question for the evening. This one's going to be probably the easiest one that you got. We're not going to make you stress too much over it. So, as if you had to talk to a younger version of yourself starting up streaming, or somebody new getting into streaming, based on everything that you have learned so far, all of your experiences and everything else, what would have been that single piece of advice you're like, if I had known this when I was getting started, the world would have been so much easier? What is that one piece of advice that you would give to, I don't care, yourself, a new streamer, however you need to envision the question to find your answer?
My advice would be, don't actually care what other people think. I think you go into it thinking you're going to stream and like you have to be likable and do things that other people are going to enjoy, and that's just not the bit. It's actually not true. You go into streaming and you do what you enjoy and you have a good time doing it. And then the people will come. Or they won't. But either way, you're having a good time, and that's what matters. So don't stress about it.
See, told you that's not it's
easy.
usually the easy one,
Easy.
right?
I know exactly what I needed to know. I needed to not have panic attacks before stream at the beginning. Like, it doesn't actually matter. You're going to go play a game that you were going to play anyway, and you're going to talk at the game like you were going to do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And there may or may not be people there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not stressful.
All
It's not
fair.
a thing.
Right? It's just go have fun.
Yep.
I think that's one of the biggest things that most people fail to do is just to go have fun.
That's a good life lesson, because I think that's similar to what I said about learning in voice acting too. It's all about fun. You do you. Be yourself confidently. Have fun doing what you're doing, and that will translate to
everything.
All the time.
Without fail.
Great thing.
Absolutely.
Yep. It's a great time.
Laugh, enjoy what you're doing, and every day won't be work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you may get stuck working with some shitty people, but I mean, that's
just life.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you live, laugh, love me, misfits. Get out of here.
Exactly. Get that tattooed.
I will not. Get away from me.
We'll hold her down secretly.
Road. How could you do this to me?
Very easily.
Yeah. Didn't take you much effort at all.
Not one bit. Not even any hesitation in that either.
Nope.
Didn't even think twice about that. No. What?
Nope.
Yeah, sure. We can make this happen. Let's go. Got it. Bet.
Nori bullying people on streams? No.
No, I don't bully people. Aggressive loving. That's the campaign.
That's what it is. That's definitely what it is. An aggressively loved nerd.
That's right.
Ash, what those eyeballs do?
Well, there you guys go. That would have been what the completed image would have looked like had we managed to make it all the way through to the very end and get this done.
We didn't.
It's fine. It's fine. We did a really good job. We got most of the way there. Most of the way there.
AJ really.
AJ came in and killed it.
Yeah.
I mean, she went nuts. She went ham in there.
They were crazy.
Honestly, this puzzle should have been a 500 piece because of this image, right? There's not enough good shapes in here to actually build in. Like there should be for a good 750 piece puzzle, there should be like shapes in here, like buildings or something like that you can tee off from, and then you can put a bunch of pieces together really quick, and then you have you have a few like little amorphous color swatches here or there or whatnot, but the rest of it's got things with which you can build around. This just didn't. So this shouldn't never. Colors. Yeah, it's just color. This shouldn't have been a big 700. I should have cut this one down to a much smaller puzzle, and we would have got this done. I screwed up, and it's my fault.
How could you do this to me?
Hey, Cammy, coming in just as we're wrapping up this evening, but hey, you know what? That's fine. You made it anyways. You can come say hi to Starry Dell. It is a Cammy raid. Gremlins, welcome in. That's all right. That's all right. We'll do another one of these anyways, right? After we there we go. It is a Cammy raid. Welcome in, welcome in. We have been spending our evening chatting with and talking to this fabulous, and I keep pointing. Starry's the only one that can really see me doing all the pointing, but I keep pointing at Starry Dell, who is our lovely guest for this evening. She has been fabulous, phenomenal, and has put up with all of our shenanigans for this evening and is still smiling at the end of it. I don't know how. It's amazing. She's fantastic and wonderful. What more can we say, right?
Nothing more, hopefully. You're going to make me turn red right at the end. It's just kind of rude.
All I heard was, shut up, Nori. Shut up. Jeez.
Stop talking. I can't take compliments. Peebs once told me, if you guys don't know, the glorious PB Frog once told me that I needed to learn to take compliments like I'm accepting a bar of chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Someone compliments you and you go, thank you, really aggressively, and then they don't know how to respond.
Until you suddenly discover that you really don't like chocolate, and then you're like, "Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
This is great. Thanks.
Awfully nice, I suppose. I'm not a big fan of chocolate. Like I'll eat chocolate once every 6 months and be just fine with it.
Man, I love chocolate, but we've already talked about it. I like sweets.
You do like sweets.
If it's sugar, I'm eating it.
I grew up. My mother was big into making sweets. Like I might as well have been living and eating out of a bakery section for like cakes and cookies, and so yeah, like lots and lots of sugar. So I've had more than my fair share.
That's fair. I can respect that. Respect that.
Not a big thing. All right, let's do this. We'll get one more of these out here, just so that. All right, fine. We'll do the other one.
It's not been long enough.
Apparently, 50 minutes is what has got to pass before I'm allowed to do that again. But I said to hell with that. So, there, up in the top corner, you can see it's.
Yeah, that's me, and that's Peebs, and Jory Bees. I don't remember who else was in that day.
I can hear Bates in there.
Bates, yeah.
Penis Beebs.
Penis.
He said penis. I am such a kid about that.
Oh, snort! Oh my god! I'm think I've ever made that sound on stream before. I'm sorry. God.
Oh God, it's so good. It's so good.
That was such a good time, Bates. We had a blast doing content warning. Content warning was crazy. That was also
Content
there's a
warning
clip.
is always a good time.
There's a clip in there somewhere where there's a whole bit about buttholes have rights too. So if you guys want to see that clip, that's around somewhere.
Oh God. Oh.
We have a good time. We have a good time.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Nope.
You good?
I'm good. I'm good.
You good? All right.
I'm just fine.
Just peachy.
I am perfectly, fabulously, and amazing. And I am having an absolute delightful of a time. I hope that you have enjoyed yourself. You have been a marvelous guest. You have been wonderful. You have put up with all of our shit here all the way up to the very end. You have been fantastically phenomenal. And I appreciate your time.
It has been so much fun. Thank you for having me on Talk Tuesday. It's been an honor. It's been hilarious. It's been a little embarrassing there at the end. We won't talk about that.
Not my fault. Not my fault.
I didn't say it was your fault. I didn't say it was your fault. My face did that all on its own. Thank you for having me. It's been wonderful.
It has been a delightful time. So your last tour of duty that you had to do, the last thing that we're going to ask of you to do is we have an entire collection of amazing people that have spent the last 3 hours learning everything there is to know about you as we delve deep into the lore that is the Starry Dell, which has been an absolute phenomenal treat. Now you get to pick where all of us go so we can go point our fingers and laugh at people who missed out on this absolute phenomenal experience. So it is up to you to decide where this lovely group of collection of people are going to go.
We're going to go see Selena Price.
Stick the name in chat and make it easy.
You got it.
Because I'm like, I could guess at how to spell that, but that's probably not going to work so well.
Maybe you could.
Here we go. All right. I really should have a raid message for Talk Tuesday, and I just don't. I keep using my standard raid message, and that's just what it's going to be. And I probably should get around to doing something about that. But for the time being, we'll just use our standard raid messages. Dell, you have been fantastic, phenomenal, a lovely guest. I appreciate your time. You've been amazing.
You've all been great.
I'm going to deafen. You feel free to drop off the call if you want. You don't have to stick around for this end bit. We're going to do all the, end screen talkie and the noise and everything else. And then we'll go say hi to Selena Price.
Alrighty. Bye, Nori. Bye, everybody.
Here we go. Ooh, and that's the end. That's it. We're done. You guys have been amazing. You've been fantastic. You've been wonderful. You've come by. You've hung out. You've seen everything there is to see and then some. What are we going to do? No, we're not done yet, though. Oh, hell no. Just before we get done with this, we are going to go say hi to Selena Price. We're going to tell them all about Talk Tuesday, all about Starry Dell, and all about the fantastic people that they're missing out by not showing up and knowing all about this. It's going to be a good time. Stick around for that. In the meantime, we will be back here on Friday with more of our chaotic troops as we do some more Elden of the Ringing. among other things. And then, Storied Saturday happens this Saturday. If you're interested in showing up and hopping on and reading a book or a few stories with me on Storied Saturdays, absolutely let me know. Next week on Talk Tuesday, oh my God, can you believe it? Nick Nack Naki is going to be here. Stick around. As soon as I got some better times, I will let you guys know. But we will be doing this again next week on Tuesday with Nick Nack Naki. So that's going to be another fun, fantastic Talk Tuesday. Looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. This has been a good time. And then, unfortunately, BG3, the Fuck Around and Find Out group for BG3 will not be running this Sunday. One of our members will be out. But come back around anyways, as I have it on good authority that we are still planning to do something anyways with the remainder of us Fuck Around and Find Out guys. So there'll still be a little bit of chaos to be happening anyway. So you don't want to miss out on that. If I have forgotten anything, please feel free to let me know. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I have enjoyed myself. A big shouts to our new followers, Mick Canada, Roswin, The Real Kiki, and Hagan This, as well as our subscribers and resubs, Mr. Waggleton and Cadius Odin. Thank you. Cheers from Bates Blog, Kitsany B, and Carmine2361. And then our raiders coming in, Bates Blog, Hales Vanon, Cami Roth, and Weeb Brownies. You guys have been fantastic. You have brought in to come see a fantastic streamer. I hope you all have made a new friend tonight. I know I have continued a friendship that I have been enjoying. And until next time, let's not do this too soon. Let's get that raid going here first. There we go. So the first message for all you lovely subscribers. The second message is for all you lovely followers. Whichever one you can use, grab it, copy it, get ready to spam it as we go over. I promise I will get us a actual Talk Tuesday raid message that we can start using. But for right now, this is what we're going to do. So let's go say hi to Selena Price. We're going to tell them all about Talk Tuesday. We're going to tell them all about Starry Dell. We are going to have a good time. And until next time, continue to be the fantastic, fabulous, and amazing people that I already know you are. And until next time, well, you know how this goes. Bye for now.